And gas you pay for with your electric bill. And with all these things plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly bill? Well, you got to call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family owned, woman owned local company that uses top of the line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800 281 3189. That's 800 281 3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Providing you with the latest sports news, commentary, and analysis.
So I am holding out, much to the chagrin of my dad. Don't be greedy. My agent says, so here's the deal. We're all right with the signing bonus. We'll get a little more there. But what we're fighting for is the third year and $20,000 on the third year.
What did your father say?
When it was all said and done, good job.
Jacobs and Helly on Arizona's new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona sports betting station. We got to figure out how to bet game one of the World Series starting at 5 o'clock. And guys, remember, we're not allowed to do play-by-play, but we can give some updates here and there about what's going on. And I'm very, very excited that now we have a good guy team and a bad guy team. So I don't have to root for any cheaters. All I got to do is root for the Atlanta Braves to beat the Houston Astros. And people have been throwing it out there saying, if the Astros win this year, does that wipe away that year they cheated? Does that wipe away the cheating World Series they won?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't feel like it does either. I think they'd like it too. I'm sure they would like that narrative to go away and people yelling cheaters and throwing little inflatable trash cans and sometimes real ones on the field. Absolutely, I'm sure they'd like that to go away.
But I just think the Astros, especially the players that were not disciplined for their actions, their part in this whole scandal. Have absolutely zip to say about fans that are yelling cheaters or holding up signs or booing them. You know what? You brought it on yourself, and maybe you didn't get any suspensions or thrown out of baseball because of your actions. But this is what it is. Welcome to reality. You cheat, you get caught cheating in this horrible way that you were. You're going to pay for it for a long time.
Here.
And it's actually worse because if they were to win, you cheated when you didn't have to.
Well, everybody already felt that way to begin with, that they cheated when they didn't have to.
But you're proving it now. Like you're winning now. We've got the microscope on you. You've got a manager who's actually an upstanding individual, wouldn't allow that crap in the first place. And you go out and you win a World Series this way. That actually makes your cheating World Series look much, much worse.
Sure. And let me just bring up one name that has done the same thing. Belichick. Didn't need to, but did.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot.
Absolutely unnecessary. And I understand that you want to make sure and do everything possible that you can win, but you can't break the rules.
And you know what? You're right. You're right, Randy. 100% right. People are not going to forget about the Houston Astros cheating for quite some time because it's a very egregious thing. I'm still salty over something that didn't even matter. And that was Deflategate. You know why? Because at the end of everything, I always say when somebody cheats, when somebody uses steroids, when somebody does something they're not supposed to, when somebody videotapes practice, when somebody deflates balls, and people say, well, they were going to win anyway. Like, we'll never know now, will we? We'll never know now, will we? Would the Colts have won or lost? Likely they lost to the Patriots, especially in that game. But we'll never know now, will we?
Yeah.
And that is why.
It's unfortunate because the Astros, that nucleus of ball players they have on that team are good enough to be good for many years. And you're exactly right, Keon. I couldn't agree with you more. They didn't have to go to those extremes to make the team even better. They were already a great team.
Yep. All right. So let's talk about tonight's game. It's in the great backwards state of Texas, and they are at the Houston Astrodome. I don't know, where do they play? They're playing in the barn. Isn't that where they play? Some barn looking thing?
Well, no,
that's the Texans or the other
the
Texas
Rangers.
Team. The Rangers play in a barn. Where do the Astros play?
Well, they play in downtown. It used to be called
It was Minute Maid
the
Park
orange-
forever.
Minute Maid Park, but I don't know what it is now.
Cheaterville.
But that's where they play, downtown Houston there. Pretty modern park. It's pretty friendly depending on if they have the windows open or closed. If they have the windows open or the roof open, the air is much more dense and there's a lot of pressure, so I might hold the ball in the ballpark. So I think the Astros prefer the roof to be open to try to cut down on any Atlanta home run activity.
And another thing, as far as vaccination cards, if you show your vaccination card at the gate, they will take you out back and kick the bleep out of you. So just be aware of that if you're heading towards the park. So let's take a look at the favor. The favor goes in to the Houston Astros, of course. Now they are on the money line, minus 135. Yeah. And the run line is 1.5. But the over under is 8. I don't even know how you can confidently do an over under on a baseball game. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah, it is. But these guys have big hotels in Las Vegas for a reason. And people will pay the price. A lot of times people will make the wrong move and they'll line their pockets. But I particularly don't think the Astros are the favorites here. Houston has gone through a gauntlet of good teams. They beat the Brewers. They outlasted the Dodgers. Their pitching staff has shown that they can be strong and they can hold balls in the ballpark, that they're not going to give up a bunch of home runs, or at least they haven't at this point.
Whoa. Did I read the thing wrong? Isn't Houston favored in this?
Houston is favored, but I don't think they're. Me personally, I think the Braves is the team to watch out for. They're on a run.
Oh, I like your thinking, Randy, and that's exactly what I want to see happen. But tonight you've got Charlie Morton on the mound for Atlanta and Framber Valdez for the Astros. As far as the game goes, how do these two teams match up against each other? What is the strong points and the weak points of, say, the Astros and the Braves?
Well, I think the Astros can score at will. They can score up a lot of points. They have a clutch hitting lineup. They've got a lot of guys in there that are dangerous at any given point in the game. However, the Braves have a great pitching staff where the Astros do not. The Astros pitching staff's not as stout as it has been in several years. So I think that you put Charlie Morton out there. I think he can maybe shut this Astros team down, and they can take a 1-0 lead on the road in Houston.
That'd be huge.
And then they would move on to their next guy, which I would assume would be Max Fried. And then they hand the ball off to Ian Anderson. There's 3 studs for that Atlanta pitching staff that I think that can hold Houston at bay.
What do you think, Keon?
I agree. I think Max Fried, by the way, might have the best ERA in baseball going back a couple of months. I think August 1st was when they started tracking that he had the best ERA in baseball since then. And so if he's not even the first guy out there, he's definitely their best pitcher. You set a tone tonight if you're able to get the victory. And again, the strategy is the same as it was against the Dodgers, where all you have to do really is split in Houston, because at home, the Braves have been fantastic. And I do think that they have a bigger edge than people are giving them credit for.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And now the Astros are a slight betting favorite heading into the entire series, according to VegasInsider.com. The Astros, as we just said a little bit ago, they're in the neighborhood of minus 145 to win the series, meaning it would take a $145 bet to win 100. And if Houston comes out on top, now if you bet on the Braves because they're plus 120, $100 bet would get you back 120. So it's not a whole lot of money to be made, I guess, on that close. But despite the Major League Baseball having millions of games in a season, the Astros and Braves, they haven't even played this year. The last time they played was 2017, and that was a 4-game series back in that day, and the Astros swept them on that. But that was back when they were cheating. So, who knows?
And that was also a worse Braves team. They were just beginning their rebuild.
Very different lineup now. For what it's worth, Sportsline ran 10,000 simulations on these two teams, and the Braves won 50.5% of the time. So actually, this could be a close one, Randy. You may have something there. And really, all the hopes and dreams and good wishes like 100% going towards the Atlanta Braves. Nobody in the country except for people who live in Houston. And I'm talking the rest of Texas hates their ass too. Only the people who live in Houston wants them to win this series. And
I think on the morning show they had a one of those Twitter polls. It might have been the constructors bond poll this morning.
Constructors Gold Bond medicated power poll. Yes.
Okay. So they asked, who do you want to win the World Series? They had they had the Astros at A, they had the Braves at B, and they had C. I don't care. And the Astros were not. They were barely ranked when I heard them this morning.
So either you want the Braves,
away, far and away the Braves, and then second was I don't care.
And that is that's sad. It's a World Series. We gotta care, and we have a villain, so care about the Braves winning. They're just the fourth team ever to reach the World Series after having a losing record at the All-Star break. In fact, they're the first since who?
The Washington Nationals.
Nice try. Yeah, I know your team stinks a lot, but no, it's not always about your horrible team.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know that team started off horrible. I thought it was
gonna get you some counseling. The Braves are just the fourth team to ever reach the World Series after having a losing record at All-Star since the 1991 Atlanta Braves.
No, so there we go. They stacked on themselves there.
And Jock Peterson, the guy who wears the pearls, he's on the Braves now. He won the series with the Dodgers last year, so it'd be pretty crazy if he won back-to-back years with different teams. Doesn't happen very often. There's only 8 players in history who have won in back-to-back seasons with 2 different teams. Ben Zorbist was the last person to do it. He was with the Royals in 2015 and then again in 2016 with the Cubs. So, that's a very rare thing. And, I'm not real thrilled I'm going to be rooting for a guy wearing pearls.
It's nothing. He's a wacky dude. I mean, he's about 2 degrees off center. That's all.
No, listen.
He's a typical baseball guy. I've known him for years. Not him, but I've known guys like that for years.
I support his life choices, no matter what they may be. It's just not very manly running around wearing pearls. That's all I'm saying.
Jock Peterson's just out there. He's doing his own thing. The man does not care.
Yeah. All right, then fine. Jock, you go, girl. Let's see. Yordan Alvarez of the Astros had 7 hits over the final 2 games of the ALCS last week.
Yeah.
The entire Red Sox team had 5. He's the first ever to out-hit the opposing team, the entire opposing team in the final 2 games of any series in Major League Baseball history. So when you say, Randy, they can hit at will, that is a good example.
Yeah, they can. But on the other side of that, can they get pitching enough to stop the offense of the Astros of the Braves? Remember, the pitching staff for the Braves shut down a pretty damn good offensive team in the Los Angeles Dodgers. When you talk about Mookie Betts, you're talking about all those crushers that come in there and can hit at will. Yet the pitching staff of the Braves shut them down. And I would say, pound for pound, I think this team is as good as the Astros. And you've got 2 experienced coaches. You got old Krusty Baker over there for the Houston Astros.
He's 133 years old.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. He's 72 years, 133 days old. Sorry.
He's been there. He's done that. On the other side, you got Schnitker or whatever his name is.
Snitker.
And he is a guy that is another longtime baseball guy.
Dude. Do you know his son is the hitting coach for the Astros?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's going to be an awkward Thanksgiving.
Yeah, very.
I hope so. And by the way, Dusty Baker, he's the only, he's the oldest manager except for one guy. Who was the oldest manager to lead a team to a World Series? Do you know?
Jack.
You're right.
Jack.
You're right.
I can't think of it. It was with the Marlins. Jack.
It's McKeon, not Mehoff. Not Mehoff. It's McKeon.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah.
72 years old and 329 days with the 2003 Marlins. So, all right, we've got World Series starting here in about an hour and a half, Randy. So you're picking?
Overall, the long term, I'm picking the Braves.
And in tonight's game?
I've got the Braves tonight, and I got the Braves tomorrow night. I think they go 2-0, and they head back to Atlanta with a 2-0 lead.
Like the spirit, but Keon, what do you say?
I'm going to go also long-term the Braves, but I think the Astros get it tonight. and then the Braves get the game 2.
It almost seems like, and now again, these are the probable pitchers for tonight, Charlie Morton and Framber Valdez. It almost seems like they're planning on trying harder to win game 2 than game 1. You know, they're being strategic with the pitchers they put out there. If Randy is correct. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll catch up on the text line, and we have some other things to talk about, and then boom, tons of NFL. We're going to talk about last night's game and a very important game that is to come. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Mortgage interest rates remain near historic lows. So whether you're wanting to lower your interest rate, take cash out to remodel your home, or pay off credit card or installment debt, now is the perfect time to refinance or purchase a home. Call David White at 480-244-6625, 480-244-6625 to review your mortgage options and to take advantage of David's 32 years of industry experience, incredible customer service, and competitive interest rates. We shop the market for the best interest rates, so you don't have to. So call David at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. Call David now to discuss your mortgage options and before interest rates go up at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. Call David now to learn how to receive an appraisal credit with a closed loan. Don't wait. Call today. David White, NMLS 322907 of AmeriFirst Financial, Inc., NMLS 145368, an equal housing opportunity lender.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with your electric bill. And with all these things plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly bill? Well, you got to call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hi, Randy here from the Race Setup. Ever hear of Built Bar? It's the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar. Built is also the official partner of NASCAR, so you know it's the real deal. It's low in calories, low in sugar, high in protein. But you won't believe how good it tastes. They have all sorts of flavors like coconut almond, mint brownie, raspberry, cookies and cream, and double chocolate. My favorite. Where do you get them? At Built.com. Use code Randy10 and get 10% off your order. Randy10 for 10% off at Built.com.
We've got the Big P Podcast.
Fantastic.
Never miss your favorite hosts
That big interview.
or your favorite show again.
That's just about the most fantastic scheme I've had to date.
Check out our podcast library. Download your favorite shows you want to hear and listen to it whenever and wherever you want. It's like audio magic.
My.
Get your ear on now at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. Speaking of Randy White, you Built Bar eating maniac.
Yeah.
Got the race set up with Randy White on Friday. Everybody's getting very excited about the big weekend out at the Phoenix Raceway. I'm sure that's going to be a topic of conversation on this Friday show. What else you got planned?
Well, we're going to wrap up what happened this past weekend. Lots of activity happening on the track and off the track. Chief and I will get it covered. We'll talk to the CMO of Built, which is the company that owns Built Bar, and Jeff Striegel from MRN will join us, and we'll have the race recap, the 1 minute race recap from beautiful Kansas Raceway. They're in beautiful Kansas.
All right. So there you go. And then after that, it's the AIA high school football game of the week, Tempe at Arcadia, right here on 1580 The Fanatic. So let's get ourselves caught up on the old text line, and then we will move on. A couple of other sports things to discuss before we get into the NFL. Thunder Snow says, natural wonder of the world. Well, Randy White's got to be on that list.
Hey, thank you.
Ooh.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I natural wondered where the hell he was the last 5 days. Horn Ninja, he's sad, but also laughing at himself for being 1 point close to having the high score in the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. When yes, it was the last Optimus, his team ID Nacious, and he said, "Yeah, I wish I could do as well in the fan pick'em." Yeah, there's. Randy, why?
Is that when I do that?
No, I didn't even signal you for that.
Oh, I thought you were announcing the high score person there.
Listen, I'm cool if you want to show up to work drunk every day, but I just need you to hit the button at the right time. That's all I'm asking. Is it too much? Just saying. Hefty Lefty was very happy that Keon finally fixed our YouTube feed with no sound. Moist One says, we've known the Astros didn't have to cheat to win a World Series, but they did, and the players should have been subjected to the Rule 5 draft. Yeah, and so there. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
They should have lost all their World Series compensation too.
Yep. They happened to the Black Sox. The Chicago White Sox back in the days of Shoeless Joe. They lost their careers. They lost everything for cheating back then. So really, all right. Just a Tip says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, love your Telecaster shirt there. Great stuff. Braves are, yeah."
I was just going to say, actually, Jeffrey gave this to me. This is from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
Yes, and I'm so glad to not have had to go to Cleveland to get it. Yeah, Just Tip says the Braves are in a roll right now, and if their bats don't go quiet, this should be their series. Plus, Atlanta's pitching staff just might have the edge. Randy, can I get a cold puppers with a Gus and Brew back, please and thank you?
Absolutely.
There you go. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, if Houston wins, let their prize be a free one-way trip to England. Okay. He says, yeah, that English STD sounds similar to rabies, except for now you're foaming from the pants.
Oh,
boy. Blissful Hayes says, Randy's hitting your buttons perfectly today. Welcome back there. Let's
Thank
see.
you.
Turd Ferguson says, Astros suck.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct. Rusty Nut says, Randy, we are really glad you're back.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be here.
What the hell, man? You're really glad? What? The hell, man? I'll try not to take that personally.
There's no slight on you, Jeffco. Come on.
It seems like a slight. I felt like that was a slight.
No, Keon, was that a slight?
I don't think it was a slight. Now,
Keon,
I don't think it was a slight.
you were here too. So it was a little bit of a slight on you too.
well, I'm just saying if you go on vacation and come back and you don't get I'm really glad you're back. Then
Oh, I get
a little bit more of a
hey,
slight.
we're glad you're back. Ooh, we missed you, Randy. Woo, but really glad. Now I'm going to take that a little personally.
Wow.
Like, oh, thank God you're back. Because Jeffrey and Keon, they couldn't figure it out. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was unlistenable. Thank God you're back, Randy.
Jeffrey, calm down. I know you're glad. I can tell.
No, I'm glad you're back. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest, most important thing. Yeah, we've already covered the World Series Game 1 tonight, but this is also important. Starts at the exact same time, and you know what I'm talking about. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a huge match. South Korea playing home to the United States in women's soccer. Oh, my God. Carly Lloyd, Alex Morgan, and, listen, in four previous
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, I'm just screwing with you. I was going to start rattling off some stats.
I'm sure something happened to you while I was gone.
Yeah.
Did something change about the show? I was just deeply confused.
I'm seeing what's happening with Dave Chappelle, so I'm going to cover every angle just in case.
Wow.
Tick, 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 every box.
All right.
No, I could give a bleep. Yeah, and I do have like the stats from this. And for whatever reason, anywhere you see South Korea, it's all blank. It's like, I know that North Korea would redact all the information. And then I realized it's because nobody cares. That's the only reason there's no stats. Nobody cares.
No one bothered to call. Nobody bothered to ask.
Oh, damn.
All
They
it says, there's a game.
Oh, boy.
And it's typical with the U.S. women in soccer. We just care about them.
Usually right there, it says where it's airing. There's nothing. It's not until
10:26.
I don't think
That's
it's
today, right?
It's not even televised.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I was just messing with you. Just wanted to see how long it would take for somebody give me the Apollo hook.
Wow.
No, Randy, just because he's a great friend, just got deeply concerned right away.
I was worried about your mental well-being.
Yeah. Well, hey, let me tell you where my mental well-being is right now. How about this sadness right there? The Coyotes lose again.
Yeah.
Of course, the Panthers are unbeaten, as they should be, and they beat the Coyotes 5-3. I don't even
Listen,
want to talk about
it's a young team. It's going to be a long season. They're not going to go 0 for the season. They will get some wins this year.
Somebody's going to catch the COVID or flu or something.
I don't even know about that. But this is a young squad, young team. I like the way the GM has gone about putting this team together. But let's face it. I knew going into the season, the Coyotes were not going to be a team to be even talked about other than the butt of a joke. That's all they're going to be this year and probably next year.
I kind of toned out there. Were we still talking about women's soccer? Or no, you're
we're talking about my Arizona Coyotes.
They're mine too, and I'm upset about the fact that they just suck so damn much right now.
I know. This is what Bill Armstrong, the general manager, that's what he's known for. He just shows up, he obliterates the team, and you start from literally the ground floor and go back up. So you're hoping that there are brighter days in years coming.
There had better be an up, Keon. That's all I'm saying. There had better be an up.
Well, there's going to have to be because right now they're right at rock bottom.
That's true. That is true. You just hope there's not going to be an NHL intervention or something where they send this team to Fresno or something. I don't know. Who needs a team? Anybody need a team? Because, oh my God, they're bad here. All right. So let me finish up on the text line. You know what today's National Pumpkin Day? Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
no.
Just kidding. Don't care. All right. Nobody cares. It's Pumpkin Day, do you?
Well, only I guess not in terms of like Halloween and you got.
Well, there are a bunch of people, a few people that like the pumpkin pie.
I'm all right with some pumpkin pie once.
And then there are our friends, the ladies, that like the pumpkin latte and all that stuff.
The pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
No wonder I have a little bit of aversion to the pumpkin situation.
And Miss Kim likes a good, robust pumpkin beer every so often.
That's not weird at all. It sounds horrible, but okay, good. You go, girl. But that's fine. But here's the thing. I am a Halloween baby. So yeah, maybe I'm always a little bit like, enough of the this and that about whatever.
When you were 11, you probably went, Mom, can I have another birthday cake other than pumpkin pie?
No, that's true. I do like carrot cake because I got a lot of carrot cake growing up. Why? Because they had orange on it. And it's a very Halloween kind of color. Anyway, so happy National Pumpkin Day. Whatever. Let's see here. Rusty Nuts. I read that one. Ukla Mock says, Randy, welcome back. I'm 59 today. Pour me a cold one.
Hey, congratulations. You made it.
Yeah, up yours, Ukla. Boomer Sooner says, Randy, I've missed you, big guy. I need a little Boomer Sooner. He already did one for you earlier.
I did one. Yeah, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
And he says you should rewind and listen to Jeffrey singing Boomer Sooner in a very high-pitched voice, very tiny Boomer Sooner.
No.
Well, you asked for a little Boomer Sooner, and that's what I gave you, buddy. Blissful Hayes says, I'm extremely glad you're back, Randy. Up yours, Blissful Hayes. Rough Rob says, so the U.S. women's soccer game is an automatic win. And to bet it heavy, is that what you're saying? Yes. Yeah, just
you're not going to make much money from it, but okay.
What's the over/under on that game? I want.
Well, I can tell you which of these girls will be over and which ones will be under.
That's not right. That's not right there. You can get us canceled.
I didn't say which ones. but it's assumed, right? To give you the idea, the South Korean team has not beaten the Americans in at least the last 4 meetings. So whatever happened before that, I don't know, because I lost interest and I kind of stopped the printer. Tiger Paws. Just stop.
Wow.
Tiger Paws says, and they end up losing their starting goalie after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, the Coyotes did?
Well, it's hockey. It's a rough sport. It's the way it goes sometimes.
Schmitty says, I want the Astros to win 3 in a row and then lose 4 straight so that they're forced to push their junk in backwards and go back to Texas like the emasculated cattle they are.
Wow. That was strong right there.
Very vivid.
Wow. That was strong right there.
Last Optimist says, so many years ago, I sent a message to a sports broadcast telling them their show really improved when one of the hosts mysteriously left the show. Turns out that guy was in rehab. I felt really bad about it, but his broadcast skills were much improved when he came back clean and sober.
So the truth.
Okay, text me who that was. I won't read it on air, but I'm kind of curious. And Last Optimist also says, so Randy, is the Coyotes ownership worthy of our cheering for the team? I don't want to be cheering for a front office like the Blackhawks had.
There's been, this is my personal opinion. I know nothing. I'm not an insider, but from what I've experienced, what I've witnessed right now, there's been so much drama about this ownership group, the GMs thing that happened, the ownership that was blaming the GM. It seemed like there was some high school politics going back and forth. Then there were other things that came out about this ownership group. I'm not sure this is an ownership group that's going to be that strong with this Coyotes team. However, if you like hockey and you like your hometown team, I say cheer for your hometown team. Otherwise, go find somebody else to cheer for. But to answer your question, I personally don't believe this is an ownership group you can really get behind, because I don't think they're that strong.
Let's always root for the team, though, right? Let's always root for the team.
Obviously.
Fed Fan says, I'm a chick. I hate pumpkin. I hate pumpkin spice. I do like carving them, but I hate eating anything pumpkin. Good gal. Good gal. All right, guys, we must take a break. That is 1 hour down, and we got 2 to go. Come on back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Bruce Jacobs here to tell you there is no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go online to harmansolar.com.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought until it isn't working. Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated. If it plugs in, we work with it. Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Wednesday at 1 p.m., World Series Game 1 is Tuesday night. Did we learn anything about the series? We are closing in on Thursday Night Football with the Packers at the Cardinals. I'll get you updated on who's in, who's out, and all the pertinent information. Suns hit the court on Wednesday night. Which team will we see? ASU ticket giveaway during the show on Wednesday, so join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event. Wednesday at 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
8 Out Presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today, we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown rider. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked off.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by Neon, CABA, and this station.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. He is back from his vacay. Got Keon Rosen there pushing the buttons in the control room. And you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. And all right, woo, here we go. We cleared away all the other riffraff in the first hour. So we can take care of nothing but NFL in this and the next hour. Unless there's anything else somebody needs to say about non-football sports real fast.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah?
No.
Good Cat says, now the NBA is back. Could we hear that quadruple platinum song, Burn in Hell Lakers? Oh, we should have played that last Friday. I wish I'd thought about that. Yeah. I don't know. Do we still have that somewhere?
I'd have to find it. I don't know if it's at my right here at my fingertips, but I can find it.
Yeah. Well, we got to change it now because Phil's no longer here. So
yeah, shut the hell up. Phil doesn't make any sense now.
I don't know who we'd say shut the hell up to at this point.
Right.
We like Keon just fine.
Yeah.
He's very sensitive because if you tell him to shut up, then he'll cry. We don't want any tears.
Well, here it is right here. I
This
got it
is-
right. Yeah, I got it right there.
And then turn it off. No, you
I
didn't.
could cut it
Yeah,
right
you
there.
should have cut it off there.
I could cut it right there.
But yeah, this
I
is.
kind of like hearing it.
I promised Keon, who admittedly weeps openly, and I said, Phil, I said Keon, I promise this will be the Johnson and Johnson of radio shows. No tears, no tears. It's like the baby shampoo.
I appreciate that, but
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about telling me to shut up. I weep for
I
other
see
reasons.
your eyes welling up with tears right now.
I weep for other reasons.
Yeah.
Mostly my teams and what they do to me, but other reasons.
All right, man. Well, keep telling yourself that.
Sad movie or two. Maybe.
Oh no, please don't admit to that. It's a man card violation. But okay, now you've opened the door. What movies made you cry?
Yeah, well, it's been a while, but
Like what, Rudy? A couple of weeks? What?
Well, Rudy was. We got pretty close with Rudy.
I didn't even touch me. Rudy didn't even dent me.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll admit when a movie gets me, I'm like, but that one was just like, okay. Yeah, it didn't get me at all.
How about Brian's song?
I haven't seen that.
That was a little more of a tugger,
You
a
haven't
little
seen-
tugger of the old heart. But
You haven't seen Brian's song?
We've actually had this conversation before.
yeah, and you promised you'd watch it.
and I still will.
Yeah, when?
Wow.
Well, at
You know,
some point soonish, I had to get the internet set up and everything at the
I see.
house.
Well, you have internet now. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And you've got time.
Well,
No, you have time.
Mm.
Just saying.
all right. It'll get watched sometime here in the next week or two.
Mhm.
Do we have a list of movies he needs to watch?
Well, I mean, we started this segment by saying what movies have you cried about?
Yeah. He
So
hasn't
far,
fessed up to it.
He
yet.
hasn't said
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, "Well, Rudy got me close." And
Yeah,
he hasn't
so
seen
what were the
Brian's
ones that
song.
made you cry ugly tears?
Cry ugly tears.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't keep a
big
track
old
of them.
crocodile tears, man.
Oh, he opens it up like he cries with movies, and now I try to get specifics, and he's just like, "Oh, he doesn't want to say."
Well, I was playing along with the joke there. I mean, I don't know exactly off the top of my
It's
head.
no joke, Keon. It's no joke. Backpedaling.
I'm not backpedaling. I
you are backpedaling so fast right now.
Don't recall off the top of my head.
Billy from Phoenix says Lion King made me cry as a kid. The Lion
Really?
King. Oh yeah, Mustafa.
Yeah, when he dies.
Yeah, he did not look both ways. He got ran over.
Well, he
Yeah.
also got pushed too.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah, he got Frank Underwood right in front of the subway there. That's what happened. Billy from Phoenix says, glad to hear you back, Randy. And up yours, Jeffrey. Keon, go bleep up a rope. Just kidding,
Wow.
guys. A lot of love. Yeah.
Damn, what a welcome back.
yeah.
Wow.
Schmitty says, memoirs of a geisha got me. Not from sadness, but I was just so happy that, okay, I can't read the rest.
No. No.
It was tears of joy, though. Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
Good Cat says, even though Phil's gone, not too soon, we can still say, shut the hell up, Phil. If you feel like you need to. Rusty Nut says, Phil sucks. La Furia Roja says, screw you, Astros. And while I'm at it, screw you, Atlanta. That's for the mascot and that stupid chop. Wait, they're not still doing the chop, are they? They shouldn't do the
I
chop.
mean, yeah, it's they're trying to get
I
it
feel like
out
the
of
Chiefs shouldn't do the chop either.
nobody should really do that.
Yeah, it's
job.
annoying. It's also annoying.
But with the mascot for the Astros, I can't think of
Hmm.
what it would be. They no longer employ the services of Chief Nakahoma, so I don't think they have an offensive mascot.
Moist One says, did you say it was National Pumpkin Day? Ooh, I got to tell my sister.
Oh, no.
Oh, gross.
Oh, no.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, you sounded like Mighty 8-Ball when you just did that. When you answered his question with yes. I didn't know your Mighty 8-Ball talked.
Like vocally. That's incredible.
You have an 8-ball that talks?
It takes an 8-Ball to make it talk. Good Cat says the ending of Remember the Titans. That's still hard to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one right there.
King Kitten says, I'm a Lakers fan, and I kind of like the shut the hell up, Phil. It reminds me of the sunshine on his pretty face. What? Sunshine? Is that a thing?
That's from Remember the Titans. One of the players came in as Ronnie Bass was called Sunshine.
Oh, I'm going. I've never seen Remember the Titans.
You haven't?
Really?
No, it's good. It's good.
Well, I keep forgetting to watch it.
I love that. I love that movie.
Blissful A says, is it a man card violation for men to talk about movies that make you cry with other men? Blissful Hayes, this is what's called a trap. Fed Fan says, wait, what? Mustafa died? What the heck? Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Ukla Mock says, up yours, Radio Pal. Why so bitter? I didn't kill your dog. Oh, that's a good point. King of Kittens says, happy birthday, Ukla the Mock. And by the way, he says the conference champions in hockey, they play 3 periods. I don't know. What were we talking about? Who said anything else? Did anybody say anything? I don't know. Cabana says, as a Blackhawk fan, what's wrong with the video a grapher that will bend over backwards? A videographer who will bend over backwards for you? Huh? I don't understand this.
I think it may be a play on words on the name Blackhawks.
Well, okay, yeah, because
and perhaps some sort of movie thing.
So the Blackhawks general manager Stan Bowman is being pushed out for an investigation regarding a 2010 sexual assault, and it was caught on video.
Oh, and so what? The videographer,
or rather, the allegations were caught on video.
Delete the thing or kept the thing? I saw where Bowman resigned, but I didn't know that was the deal.
Yeah, I just saw a little blurb of it. I haven't gotten to read everything into it, but that is what the reference is, I'm guessing.
So there needs to be some sort of a notice. People need to realize something. Nobody is so powerful that your dirty dealings will not be revealed. Nobody. And with cell phones and all sorts of other nifty devices, there is nothing that happens that is unseen. So whatever it is you think you're too powerful to get in trouble for, or whatever you think is in privacy, it's not. These fat cats, these people in positions of power who are abusing that power and trying to get away with things. Yeah, you better knock that off. because you will not. You're not going to survive this. So just saying, yeah, whatever you do, whatever horrible thing, just don't. Just don't. Don't nobody is untouchable anymore.
And you shouldn't be, especially when you're doing stuff like that. That's just, when we have sexual assault allegations and they are certainly, verifiable. Once we get to that point where there's evidence there, yeah, you shouldn't be untouchable. You should go down in flames.
Papa Mike says, good job, Keon. Don't let Jeffrey bait you into admitting you cry for movies. They got a show about Jeffrey on TV. It's called Lucifer. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Papa Mike.
First Calf Mike says, every Adam Sandler movie makes me cry. I'm just so happy when it's over. Fed Fan says, happy birthday, Mr. Ukla. Rusty Nut says, what about Bill Clinton? Well, there's a good place to start. Nobody is above it, although he got away with it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but well. Last Optimist says, the Treem covered up a sexual assault and gave a positive reference to the assaulter's future employers to get him out of their building, but enabled him then to sexually assault more people at his new job. I think by Treem, he meant team. And if that's what the Blackhawks did, that's even worse. Sending somebody off to make it be somebody else's problem just causes more problems there. Like the Catholic priests who get reassigned. It's the same thing, really, if you think about it. 888-368-1580. Can we talk about football now?
Please.
Just saying. Fed Fan says, remember all you elitists, there's more of us poor folks than there are of you. You are correct. That's the thing that always astounded me about India. In India, there's a whole lot of poor people and a very small amount of rich people. And I always think, remember Custer? You remember what happened there? All those outnumbered people might want to figure out a way to fix a country so everybody is a little bit happier and healthier and not ready to start some stuff. Anyway, so all right. So last night, Monday Night Football, another sloppy, rainy of a game, right?
That's one of the worst games I've ever watched, and I feel like I said that last Monday night.
I feel like you said that about the Colts game. It was bad. And listen, there's going to be games where weather is a factor, but when it's good teams, it's interesting to see how they compensate and what they do. When it's too mediocre to bad teams, it's just sad. It's sad. And of course, at least we got the pleasure of watching Alvin Kamara go crazy for a whole lot of yards. And, there were some bright spots in that game last night, but not many. It was kind of dismal.
There was a play here and a play there, but nothing where you had multiple good plays in a row, like multiple minutes of good football being played consecutively. It was incredibly hard to watch. And you know what? That's the perfect game to cap off week 7 of the NFL because so many of those games were just awful.
Either lopsided or blech. And so this rookie, it was nice to see this rookie kicker. And they made such a big deal out of it because there was nothing to make a big deal out of last night. These idiots on ESPN, this guy's a rookie. Well, he wouldn't be on the team if he didn't have the ability. And it turned out he never missed an extra point in college. So it's not like his first day on the job, period. And of course, he nailed his kicks. Everything was fine. And so everybody's very happy that Brian Johnson was able to give the Saints that win. And Glendale Runner says, who won the game last night? I was at the Primus concert. Yeah, it was the Saints. The Saints did take down the Rainy City Bitch Pigeons, which is good for everybody in the Cardinals division because that just kind of pops them down even lower on the win totals. But it was, I don't know. It was unless you had players in fantasy football, you could have missed it. You could have definitely missed it. I mean, I don't know. Am I wrong? It was really, you thought this one was worse than the Colts game?
I did because at least you had some big plays from Colts players, and even the 49ers made some plays. Like that Michael Pittman catch was amazing, and you had multiple plays like that strung together. You didn't have that in this game, where Gino, I don't know what the guy is doing half the time. He refuses to throw the football downfield. Like you got Tyler Lockett, you have DK Metcalf. and it's an absolute refusal to use those weapons. I just don't understand it. This game was worse than the Colts game.
After this game, old gum chewing Pete Carroll, he started just sort of fawning all over Russell Wilson. He's like, I love Russell Wilson so much. I hope he goes back. And there is a chance, they say, maybe he will be back for the next game. But last night was such a bad game. To give you any indication, I got one sheet of paper on it. Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys have listened long enough to know, I print every single page of everything we do on the show. Now, I don't sit here and read directly of it. These pages are just for reference so that, I know the next thing we're going to talk about, and there's some facts and figures on there. And generally, on a Monday Night Football game, I'll have like 5-6 pages, at least, of just little interesting tidbits and stories. That game sucked.
Yeah, that was a very boring game. Boring.
And I felt bad because I kept waiting to see Jameis Winston come out of the dark, basically. And he'd been Jekyll and hiding and stuff. And I get it; it's tough in a rain game to be 19-35 with 222 yards. I guess is that good? Is that
it's okay?
Okay,
it's okay.
So that happened.
I mean, the biggest question that I have is what's happened to the New Orleans Saints? They went from a decent team.
Mm-hmm.
They went from a very good team to this.
2 words.
And they have been horrible all year.
2 words. Drew Brees.
So you think
that
Drew
team,
Brees leaving the team has cost this team any sort of credibility?
Absolutely. And, you looked at what the defense did. The defense was just on fire. They did a great job. And I don't know, maybe I'm against a more formidable foe. Maybe I'm seeing the defense through rose-colored glasses, whatever. But the defense seemed to do really great. And then the Saints have weapons. It's just, Jameis Winston wasn't trusted. It wasn't even there were so many run plays, and of course they got those little check down passes. I think Pete Carroll said the only person you're going to pass to is if you got nothing, you give it right to Alvin Kamara. Give it to him immediately. I think that was the plan the entire time. He's either going to run it, he's going to catch it and run it.
Well, Drew Brees was doing the pregame, on the Westwood One broadcast. They interviewed him briefly. And he mentioned it, that Sean Payton is trying to find ways to minimize the catastrophic interception that Jameis is going to throw or the fumble that he's going to make. And so I think that that's part of it, is they restrict him in the game plan, maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, they're going to have to unleash him in a non-weather game to really see where he is now.
You have to. I mean, even if it turns out to be a disaster, then maybe that Jameis isn't your answer at quarterback, but it can't be you're going to keep the training wheels on him the entire time.
I don't know how this helps FAB, but he says if they anticipate a game being garbage, they should flex it to Tuesday nights.
So they're just subjected to it on another day of the week.
Yeah.
How does that work? I'm interested in your ideas, FAB. Watermelon says, not in line with the current discussion, but pretty cool. They gave the fan what's listed in the pick for the 600th ball. Oh, that's right. Yes, we are going to talk about that here in a little bit, but there's one other thing we have to cover before we get there. And Randy, we're about to go to break, but you got to be happy with your Arizona Cardinals, 7-0, my friend.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I was listening to the game as I was coming back home, and listen, it was an ugly first quarter, and I swallowed real hard when I heard about that hit on Kyler Murray. Almost took his head off. But they came back and they got their focus right again, and they did what they needed to do. And how about that touch pass to Zach Ertz? I mean, have you seen anything as beautiful as that? Well, the guy comes in, his first game out there, the longest reception of his career, longest touchdown reception of his career.
Well, he caught the first pass thrown to him, and then later he caught the touchdown pass. And I'm just like, when you got good players, they make it look easy. Let's talk about the Cardinals win. From the perspective of Randy White, we won't spend too much time on it, but we got tons of other NFL stuff to talk about too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture yourself at DQ on Thursday, October 28th for Miracle Treat Day. You roll up to order a Blizzard with your friends and family like you have so many times before. But on this day, every flavor comes with a much-needed dose of hope. For every Blizzard you buy at participating locations, $1 or more will be donated to your local Children's Miracle Network hospital, making Miracle Treat Day the most satisfying way to give hope to kids in your community. Thursday, October 28th at DQ.
Mortgage interest rates remain near historic lows. So whether you're wanting to lower your interest rate, take cash out to remodel your home, or pay off credit card or installment debt, now is the perfect time to refinance or purchase a home. Call David White at 480-244-6625, 480-244-6625 to review your mortgage options and to take advantage of David's 32 years of industry experience, incredible customer service, and competitive interest rates. We shop the market for the best interest rates, so you don't have to. So call David at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. Call David now to discuss your mortgage options and before interest rates go up at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. Call David now to learn how to receive an appraisal credit with a closed loan. Don't wait. Call today. David White, NMLS 322907 of AmeriFirst Financial Inc., NMLS 145368, an equal housing opportunity lender.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No, it's time to call Harman Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That means you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year round. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online, you better have a good excuse. Yeah. We've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love. Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk. And you'll love every bit of it. Very well. Or at least most of it. It appears that the website has become alive. Hit it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
David Lender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. Guess who's back? Back again. GCU basketball. That's right. Saturday, we got a game. It's GCU versus Western New Mexico, their dreaded foe. Well,
really.
I don't know if we call it a rivalry. Western New Mexico wants it to be a rivalry. They talk a lot of crap, but
yeah.
GCU generally always takes their lunch money, spanks them, and sends them on their way. I'm sure that'll happen again this year as well. You have all the action here with Michael Potter and Grand Canyon University. Mighty Lopes, 6 p.m. on Saturday here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, so let's talk more about the Arizona Cardinals win over the Houston Texans. I mean, you weren't even the slightest bit worried about the outcome of the game, but yes, you needed to be a little bit worried about the health and safety of Kyler Murray.
Yeah, well, I to be honest with you, Jeffrey, when the game started, I was a bit concerned that this team was not focused and this could be one of those trap games. And the defense was getting to Kyler Murray too much. Our offensive line needed to wake up. And I think in the second half they did. They finally shored up the offensive line, and they started doing some things that would stop that defense. But it did concern me a bit. But listen, Kyler Murray's young. He's made of rubber and glue right now, and I think he'll be ready to go by Thursday night. The thing that's concerning to me is now here we go. Devontae Adams is not going to be here Thursday night right now. As far as we know, he's on the COVID list.
Yep.
And so all the haters are going to come out. Well, here we go. I can hear all the Packer fans. Here we go. You're not going to get our best, just like the Laker fans did.
It's worse because now Alan Lazard is on the COVID list. They've lost another wide receiver from the Packers.
Yeah, now, of course, it's going to be about how many guys are in it. This is football. This is a Thursday night game, and quite frankly, the Packers own the series against the Cardinals. I think they're 44-22 and 2 against us, or something like that.
We're talking 100 years of play,
but we're talking about the last 5 times the Cardinals have won, including last year, 2017 win in Lambeau Field. So I'm not really. I'm not really worried about the Cardinals getting thumped this week by the Green Bay Packers. I think this is going to be a good game. It's at the Silver Nest, and I can't wait for it. Let's go 8-0.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the current injury state of your team. Now, Kyler Murray, who did take a lot of hits, he came away, a little roughed up, but okay. But he's listed on the injury report with a right finger injury. I don't remember seeing him even looking at his finger. Why did anybody see anything happen to his finger?
I didn't, but sometimes those little dings happen. You get.
Are those dings
down.
little because it's Kyler Murray, Randy? I think you should throw a flag on him.
No. The nature of the injury.
Oh, sure. I just say even come near the word little, I get whistle blown.
It's because it's true. Yeah.
The nature of the injury is little, not the guy. But
the guy is little.
Okay. But like, you're falling and you try to brace yourself. It could happen at any point where we're not necessarily.
He's trying to catch himself with a finger.
Well, no, you just you land. You land on your hand and maybe you're trying to brace yourself. If one hits the ground before the rest of you does, it's a messed up finger.
Yeah. Or maybe one of those vicious hits he took. He may have got it bruised during that and didn't realize it until yesterday.
So here's the other information. Now, I don't think they practiced at all today. I think they let him rest. But your center, Max Garcia, he's listed with some Achilles issues. Jordan Hicks has a toe issue. Defensive tackle Rashard Lawrence, calf issue. Tight end Daryl Daniels, nobody cares. Devin Kennard, the linebacker, he's got a shoulder thing. Isaiah Simmons has a shoulder thing, and Tanner Vallejo has a hand and wrist issue. Yeah, all right, well, that was rude to Daryl Daniels. I just said that because we have Zach Ertz now, so I'm sure but he has a hamstring problem. So in case he's listening, I don't want him to be like,
look, we're going into week 8 of a NFL season. Everybody's going to get dinged up. And by the way, we get Chandler Jones, who, by the way, should be rested. And we're getting the thriller. What's his name? Allen. We're getting Allen back, too. So we're getting 2 guys on the defensive line back from the COVID problems. They're coming back, and they've had a week off. So they're kind of fresh, feeling pretty good. So I look forward to this as being a good game. Thursday night football. Isn't it good to have finally some good Thursday night football games?
But it's not going to be because all the good players are gone from the Green Bay Packers. So
unless they have 2 COVID tests within 24 hours that show that they don't have the crud.
Not likely to get done on time for any of them, but very unlikely for Alan Lazard. Why? He's unvaccinated. So that's a whole different set of rules for him because he's unvaccinated. So I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember what the procedure is. If you're unvaccinated, it's one thing. If you are vaccinated and asymptomatic, you can come off the list with 2 negative tests, 24 hours apart. I don't recall what the problem is. If it's a longer deal the other way, if you're not vaccinated. Somebody knows that, let me know. 888-368-1580. Roll Tide Kara says, hello, gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Roll damn Tide.
Roll damn Tide.
Papa Mike says, hey, Jeffrey, 94-year-old comedian Mort Saul passed away today. Mort Saul? Okay, first off, I didn't know he was still alive. But what an amazing career he had. He says, he suffered from cancel culture before cancel culture existed. All right, well, maybe I didn't invent being canceled.
I have to rescind my Jeffrey O'Brien cancel culture pioneer.
That's all right. That's all right. Mars Bars 805 says, Randy, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Randy, I heard there was a Murray signing behind the bar at the end of the week. I tried asking for an 805, but I guess they were short-staffed and I couldn't get one.
Oh, boy. See, now there you go. And
Blissful
here's your
Hayes
805.
says, was it his little finger? Yeah, I heard he's on the short list for NFL MVP.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
I told these guys get it out of their system yesterday.
Yeah,
I thought we did because there was a lot of it yesterday, and it was just like, all right.
Keep, you know,
I'm
it
not
doesn't
reading
bother
any
me.
more of them. I'm
Doesn't
not
bother me.
reading anymore.
I keep blowing the whistle. It doesn't bother me. These guys they're you know what, they love pain. They love to have the whistle blown on them, and I get what they're doing.
No, I'm not reading the I'm not reading the short jokes anymore.
7-0. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's 7-0. Also, Kyler Murray's shoe size.
What did I tell you? He's going to come back like old Santa
Sorry.
Claus with a big bag of yellow flags for everybody, and here we are.
Oh wow! Did you hear that? Keon just called you fat.
Nope,
Keon just called
he
you
didn't.
Santa Claus.
That's one on you for inciting issues.
For instigating.
I'm instigating.
Instigating. It's
All right.
2-minute minor for you. Instigating.
So no more short jokes. But he does say this: Cardinals are fun to watch, and they should easily beat the Green Bay Packers.
Oh no! Don't say that. No.
A lock.
Ooh,
My wife hates when I do that.
I'm not saying. I've been working. Listen, I was off last weekend. I was there. I'm percolating on one of my biggest rants ever this coming Thursday. I hope you tune in for that because I've got several different angles to go here.
Well, keep in mind, yes, if Aaron Rodgers is there without his best receivers, it'll be kind of a disappointment. But remember how dangerous Aaron Rodgers is?
Oh, yeah.
He can make something out of nothing. He
He's
can
the
make a
MacGyver
star
of the
receiver out of garbage. So, yes, he is the MacGyver of the NFL.
Yeah.
What season was it 2017? There was a season where Devontae Adams missed a bunch of games, and his best receiver was Geronimo Allison, and they were fine.
Yeah. So nothing is going to be easy on this when you're going up against Aaron Rodgers. So yes, it's going to be a good game. Yes, I expect the Cardinals to win this game, especially now. But hold on to your seats, kids. This is going to be interesting. Hey, our pal Cards Voice says, "Screw these guys with the midget comments." Hi, guys.
Nice. It was probably screw these guys.
Oh,
with
that's
the
right.
midget comics. Hi, guys.
Screw these guys with the midget comments. Hi, gents. I think Jim Barnett's about the only guy I actually would want to call in and say his texts on.
Absolutely.
Of course, I think he'd be coming after me for the couple of the. Listen, I'm tired of all those short jokes too. I give total props to Kyler Murray, but when I see a good opening and I think it's going to be funny, I'm going for it.
Well, why not?
But you're right. And Jim, I know you want to hear this. The Cardinals are 7-0. That's my O face. FAB says, I would kill for Murray on the Raiders, whether he was short or not. Absolutely. I'd kill for him on the Colts these days. Absolutely. Baby Got Dak says, hi, guys. Welcome back, Randy. Hats off to the two employees of the Washington football team who flew to New York today to hand deliver a letter to the NFL Social Justice Working Group, which is comprised of Michael Bidwell, Gail Benson, and Saints owner Arthur Blank and Khan, who are meeting today. The ex-employees wrote that they are being silenced and threatened if they talk about their stories in any way. Yeah, it's a heck of a story today at the owners' meeting.
That is incredible, and also not even surprising when it comes to that team. I don't want to talk about it.
I wasn't even going to ask you to, man.
No,
listen,
I
walked responsible.
I walked myself into that corner and then realized I didn't want to go in. I'm backing away. Well, I was actually in a good mood today. Let's stay there.
I was just reading a text. You don't even have to comment. You don't even have to comment.
I'll try not to.
We know it wasn't you.
No, I'm not saying it was me personally. It's just every time this team does something, I feel just darkness inside. And
anytime he hears somebody on TV say, The Washington football team, he winces. He like a little brother. Oh, God. He flinches. No, God. Oh, God. Oh,
Well,
God.
it's just after years of like watching this team do anything, both on and off the field, and everyone going, "Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?" And I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Listen, you live in Arizona now. It would be okay for you to put down all of your. We'll go get you, and I'm sure the super fans will help. We'll get you new gear for your new team, the Arizona Cardinals. This is when you move from one place to another. That is your shot, if you so desire, to go ahead and change teams without any sort of retribution or people looking at you funny. This is your chance, Keon.
I understand. But me and this team, we got history.
The history of the team is racist, sexist, abusive, horrible coaching, horrible playing, horrible general managing, horrible ownership. This is your chance.
There have been bright spots along the way. I understand what you're saying,
like
Jeffrey.
A woman at a beaten wife shelter, you know? But I know it's horrible, but I know he loves me deep down. No, they don't love you deep down.
I know it's horrible, but I hope that Daniel Snyder can get pushed out of being the owner. And I feel like we're damn close. We are an email or 3 away from turning everything around.
This is your chance, Keon.
I can't do it. Oh, wow. I can't do it.
That is awesome, though. That is a true fan right there. Misdirected, but a true fan right there. Good Cat says if Keon changes now, he's pulling a Phil and jumping on the bandwagon. So yeah, I guess he's against it.
It does also feel like that. Like if the Cardinals
this
were
is so different than that.
5-2. I know it's different. It's completely different.
Phil had a tantrum, and I'm going to be a Suns fan anymore. I'm going to go to Lakers. Yeah, and he chose the team that was actually doing really well. The next day, they went completely down off a cliff and sucked after that, which, karma sometimes works immediately. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes time, builds up speed, and really hits you in the ass. But in this case, it's not even close to the same thing, man. It's not even close.
Yeah, I know. I just have years of watching this team, and there've been a lot of crappy moments, but there've been some good moments too. There've been a lot of, great victories over the Cowboys. Knocking the Eagles out of the playoffs a couple of times.
That's hard.
You know what? Inside of the NFC East, it was tough. It was tough for us.
Before you were born.
I'm talking about the ones I saw. They were
do your thing, Keon.
They were good. They were good games, and I do appreciate the rest of the fan base, and we're all fighting this thing together to see if
you
we
are
can.
The dog drinking coffee and the burning place. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, it's not. I'm the dog drinking coffee, but I acknowledge everything is not fine. I simply refuse to move.
I feel like the action hero in the movie. I'm holding onto the helicopter with one hand. Grab my hand, Keon. Grab my hand. I can save you. No, man, you go on. There's still work to do here. No, Keon, come on, grab my hand. Oh, the helicopter flies away. I'm like, that's the bravest son of a bitch I've ever known.
Yeah.
Keon Rose.
Damn.
All right. Don't say you didn't have a chance.
I'll never say that. And I appreciate the extended olive branch.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the only time jumping off a team going to another, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I mean, you've been a fan this long. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, though, Keon, for sticking with that team. But I don't think if it gets worse than what it's been, you find out more things, nobody is going to even blink an eye when you choose your new team.
Yeah, I had a friend who jumped ship. He moved to Florida, became a Buccaneers fan like 10 years ago because he just couldn't with the team anymore. And I get it.
I'm going to get you a Washington football team jersey. In the back, it's going to say Stockholm Syndrome. It's going to be very little letters just to fit it. But by God, I'm going to make that happen. All right, let's take a break. We'll catch up on the text line when we come back. We got more NFL to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
According to research, 82% of people remember radio ads. That means that 82% of you listening right now will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, 82% of you will recall that ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier. And 82% of you will note that you can try ZipRecruiter for free today. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. 82% of you will keep in mind that ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
Scott, is that you? Who are you talking to?
82% of you will also know that I live with my mom. But the most important thing to note is that ZipRecruiter works. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Will you be part of the 82% who remember where you can try ZipRecruiter for free? It's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Again, that exclusive link is ZipRecruiter.com/free. How much? Free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-09047774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Business people like it honest and to the point. So here it is. Take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save you up to 80% on that monthly electric bill. Level your energy costs and protect yourself from inflation. There, Bruce Jacobs telling you straight and to the point. Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go online to harmonsolar.com.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow. What a world we live in. All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Arizona Cardinals got a scoregami. Don't know if you knew that.
Scoregami?
Yep.
What is that?
They are the first team in NFL history to win a game 31-5.
Wow.
They call that a scoregami. Anytime there is a score that never existed before. And of course, even the Arizona Cardinals acknowledged it. And they said it's an honor to join the NFL Scoregami Club. Not to be confused with a NFL scoregasm, and that is when your team scores an awful lot of points, and it makes you feel so good. Yeah, or a scoregasm is also when you have a player in fantasy football go Alvin Kamara crazy, like he did last night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's nothing sexual about it, Randy.
That makes you feel good, does it?
Well, it makes you feel good, yeah. Very nice. Yeah, scoregasm. Random Texter had a scoregasm last night. He says, Jeffrey, I'm sure you talked about this. I know you're rooting for Winston and Callaway to do exceptionally well last night. I was cheering for him too, but cheering for Kamara a little bit more, and his 30-plus points helped me win in the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. Congratulations, Random Texter. Good to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know which league you're in, 1, 2, 3, whatever, but congratulations. We have an awful lot of texts to get to, so let me get caught up here. Billy from Phoenix says the best part of last night's game was the first drive for Seattle and the jockeying between Lattimore and Metcalf. Oh my God, DK Metcalf was such a bully, and it was so funny because he would like push the guy, poke the guy, grab the guy by the face mask, and he had the perfect timing of a big brother. Meaning, your brother would do something, and then the minute you'd be like, hey, and retaliate, suddenly you got in trouble for it. And that's what happened to Lattimore, play after play. Every time DK Metcalf would do something, then he'd turn around and shove back. Whoop, there goes a flag. It was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the game, really.
Yeah, it was probably the only enjoyable thing going on the field there. And, as a big brother, I can honestly say, DK Metcalf, he has that thing down to a science.
Yep. Very nicely. I'm a big brother and a little brother, so I can be annoying in both directions.
There you go.
But I tip my hat to DK Metcalf for that. Fed fan says, do you think Seattle should just, go ahead and trade Wilson now for first round draft picks and start the rebuild? I am sure the general manager is Pete Carroll general manager too.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So is he?
Is he? I thought he was.
Well, whoever it is, if there is a general manager above Gumshoe and Pete Carroll, I'm sure the answer is yes. I'm sure the owners would like to do that.
It's John Schneider.
But
John Schneider. Okay.
From Dukes of Hazzard. Just a good old boy.
Well, no wonder the team is terrible this year.
Screwing up a defense.
He's
a horrible
GM. Racist flag General Lee up there and, scooting across the hood every morning.
And you can't ever get to work on time. You keep trying to jump that ditch and you take out the front end of another Charger.
Well, he's pretty, his secretary's got to be his sister Daisy, and whether Daisy Dukes. I mean, listen, I'm surprised anything gets done in the front office there in Seattle.
I don't know. This explains a lot. Thank you for telling us that, Keon.
Wow.
But whatever the case, I would bet the only person standing in the way of a Russell Wilson trade is Pete Carroll, because he himself admits, boy, without him, I don't know if I'd still be here so long. So that's his lifeline. There's no way he wants to give up Russell Wilson.
No, I do think the Seahawks, over the last couple of years, maybe took Russ for granted a little bit. That Pete Carroll thinks it's his defense, it's the running game that's winning them all of these games, because Russell Wilson, since he's been in the league up until this previous injury, had not missed a game. So you kind of think, well, maybe we're winning because of a number of different reasons. And now we have the science experiment. It's finally done. You need Russell Wilson and your team's real bad.
So, but what I'm hoping is Pete Carroll gets voted down and the Indianapolis Colts end up with Russell Wilson. We might never see, we might lose a sponsor. Ralph from Harmon Solar might just pull in. It's like, we're out. And it's it's just the Fanatic Studios again. If that actually happens, but boy, I want it to happen. It won't happen, but I want it to happen. Screaming Eagle says, my Broncos are going nowhere, but fantasy football is really fun. Glad you talked me into joining fantasy football, Jeffrey. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Boy, I tell you what, you've hung in there pretty well. He had a lot of losses until he finally got his first one, but it wasn't really his fault. He just learning the lessons and the rules of fantasy football.
And it is really fun when your team is going nowhere. You got your fantasy football team. At least you have some control,
no pressure
over what's going on there.
Yeah. Roll Tide Kara says, off the subject question, do we know if Bad Grandpa is still alive? We have not heard from Bad Grandpa. Boy, I'd have to look that up. I would have to look that up.
It's been probably a year easy.
More than that. And he says, also, what happened to everybody that said Cardinals would suck without Larry Fitzgerald? They're doing better without him. Now, slow your roll on that, Roll Tide Kara. She says, all they needed was some short players. I mean, to be short one player. Okay, so that was what she was setting us up for. Sorry about that. But here's the thing. You can't even make the connection between how well the Cardinals are doing and Larry Fitzgerald not being there.
Not at all.
He's never done anything but contribute and add to. So to say that, we're better off without him, no, that's just silliness. That's just silliness.
The reason it's more coincidence than anything, because a lot of it has to do with Kyler Murray and his development. Anytime you draft a young quarterback, there's that year that a lot of quarterbacks take that leap where they go from being pretty good to being really damn good. And that's where Kyler Murray is. And that's why the team is doing a whole lot better.
No, maybe the acquisition of, DeAndre.
That also helps.
Yeah, AJ Green and Christian Kirk finally getting into his own and picking up that kid out of.
This was about addition, not subtraction.
Yeah.
And by the way, Bad Grandpa's last text came November 11th, 2019. His last text at 4:32 p.m. was, donate to the Booby Awareness Walk. And that was it. I don't even remember.
The context is just lost.
No idea. But after 2 years, I don't think we're hearing from him again.
That may have been the one that put him right over the top there.
That's the way to go out there. That's the perfect.
A man in his advanced stage of life talking about boobies.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. If you look back at some of his classic texts, he says, Antonio Brown is misunderstood. I always cover my genitals with a small towel. Yeah, we miss Bad Grandpa. I don't know. What made you even think of that? Last Optimist says, at the start of the season, my family circled this game as likely one of the most exciting home games of the season. They're flying in tomorrow, and we're going to the game.
Good for you.
That sounds like fun. Rough Rob says, Washington football team had been cursed since Jack Kent Cook.
I mean, maybe he's arguably the most racist owner of a football team that any sport has ever had. That's the reason why the Washington football team, the last team to racially integrate. So, maybe.
And you're sticking with them.
Yeah, that team means a lot to that area, and that's where I grew up.
Okay. Schmitty says, true fan, Keon. That's why super fans don't hate you. You really are one of us. The other third wheels, these bags of hired, we're asking to get poked. But you, Keon, you are special. Cal Band's cousin says, there's no truer fan than a Colts fan who stuck with them through the 70s and 80s. I was a kid when I chose them. They were still in Baltimore. And then that year is the year all of a sudden they moved. I didn't give a damn. I just liked the team. I didn't care what city they were from. But ever since then, my life would be so much easier if I'd sit here and be a Cardinals fan. If I'd have just adopted because if the Cardinals had come along 5 years earlier, I would be a Cardinals fan. I would just be sticking with the Arizona team. But I picked my team and I stuck with that team, and it's been some pretty hard years there too. I mean, at least I have I got a world championship out of it. I have a Super Bowl trophy out of it, but someday the Cardinals will have one. Someday. Baby Guy Dak says, sorry, Keon, I didn't want to make you feel bad, but Goodell and the NFL need to let these people be heard. And Keon, you are a fan of the team and it's players. It's not the ownership. You're following the players.
Right.
Oh yeah. And by the way, Keon is not against, the ownership and the management of the Washington football team being held accountable and going down if they need to.
And I hope they need to. They've been awful, and not just from a football perspective. They've been awful from just a human being perspective, which is worse. And if they actually have the evidence, because that's the real issue with Daniel Snyder, is he does a very good job of not having things written down or recorded. That's really the issue, because if they actually get the evidence, he's going down.
Yeah, he's got to. Balls of Fury says it's never too late to convert to a new team, Jeffrey. No, I got my Colts. I'm on my Colts. I'm a true fan as well. Roll Tide Kara says, I miss Bad Grandpa too. He always made me laugh. Bruno Baller says, I guess there's one good thing about playing on Thursday night. I don't understand what that means. Bruno Baller. I don't get it. Random Texture says, I've seen players got the Kyler Murray when he scores a touchdown, but when others do it, he walks off the field. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, here's what it is. He just had a bad text. He says, I don't know. Have you ever seen Kyler Murray celebrate with anyone getting a touchdown? I know there's been a lot of times he's all by himself on that sideline. Nobody's ever near him. And when he goes and gets the touchdown, he does his little baby Yoda thing. But when somebody else has the touchdown, what Random Texture is saying, he doesn't run over and celebrate with them. Is that a fact, Randy? You pay better attention than I have.
I haven't seen him run into the end zone and celebrate. No, generally, and he's hanging out by himself. I think he's very focused on the game. And I made that comment a couple of weeks ago. This is a very business-like team. there's not a lot of a slap and tickle going on the sidelines. These guys are there to do a job. It's a mostly veteran team,
Do you
and I
think
think
he's
that's the way
aloof? Do you think he's aloof?
I don't think he's aloof at all. I just think that's the way Kyler Murray is.
Do you think he uses a
winning the
loofah?
game? No, he might use a loofah, perhaps.
Or is he aloof with the loofah?
I know that his new hairdo kind of looks like a loofah in some occasions.
Other players forget themselves, just grab it.
Sorry,
Kyler.
No, that's one
That
for you.
wasn't even a short joke.
Yeah, I know what it was. I know. I saw your actions. Yeah, that's a flag for you.
Billy from Phoenix says, "Oh, to the Colts. I should have figured that was the reason you brought up the Russell Wilson trade." Well, yeah, who wouldn't want Russell Wilson? What team wouldn't want? I think we harassed Randy pretty hard, and I think at the end he admitted he'd trade Kyler Murray for Russell Wilson given the chance. Now, I don't know if he'd say that today, but he did in the past when we had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, anybody would be happy to have, and Ookla's just trying to hurt me with Geno Smith to the Colts. Don't laugh, Keon. He says, wow, Keon had a friend. Well, that's news. See, he's just mean to everybody.
Yeah. No, I got that. I'm starting to get that anyway.
Blissel Hayes says, yeah, John Schneider drove the genital lead, didn't he? The genital lead?
It was General Lee. Yeah.
And Blissel Hayes says, listen, not only is Aaron Rodgers an excellent, normal-sized quarterback, he's also owner of the Bears. Fish Tank says, hope the Bears have a scoregasm tonight. Yes, me too. I absolutely want them to have a scoregasm. The Braves. I'm sorry, I meant to say Braves.
Oh, the Braves. Oh, okay.
Fish Tank says, yes, thank you. Finger in the ringer. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to avoid those finger in the ringer, but it's kind of funny. Dog named Boo says, stick with it, Keon. We moved here from Texas in 1969, and the Cardinals still suck.
Well, I don't think the Cardinals suck. That's not what I mean. The Cardinals are going to be.
Hold on. It's got to be a Dallas Cowboy fan, right?
Yeah,
you'd have to think so.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Keon, but I just want to let you know you're dealing with the Cowboys fan. Talk slower.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. No, I don't think the Cardinals suck. I just have my team that I have tons of great moments with them over the years. Including beating those Cowboys on many Monday Night Footballs. So, yeah, no, I'm not.
Have you seen these Reese's peanut butter Franken cups?
No.
Look at that. They got green stuff on the bottom.
Oh,
my wife,
just a little bit.
My wife first pulled it out. I was just like, oh, it's moldy. It's not. It's very tasty, though.
What's the flavor?
You're not supposed to eat the Halloween candy prior to the Halloween, Jeffco.
You mind your own damn business.
All right.
You and your mom. You and your.
Yeah, you and my mom. My mom's dead, Jeffrey. My mom died many years ago, and now you're making a mom joke toward me? That is the worst insult ever.
Peanut butter. I said you and my wife. Oh, damn it. There he goes. All right. Well, one more hour to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
You ever hear something on the radio and figure I got to give it a shot? Well, I did. This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. I heard all the ads for Valley Medical Weight Loss and thought, what have I got to lose? I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. Valley Medical is a true pioneer in the weight loss industry, supervised by board-certified physicians, helping you gain the edge in your weight loss battle, boosting your energy, and getting you real results. 3 Valley locations, so there's one near you. Visit valleymedicalweightloss.com for info, and when you go, mention The Fanatic or Money Radio and get your first week free.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
and earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harman Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill. Harman Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Broadcasting live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Off air, I was able to help Randy understand that I had a Reese's peanut butter gumming up my mouth, and I was trying to say, you and my wife, but it came out your mom, and then that's why Randy got upset. But we're all good now. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, that's the dangers of peanut butter, ladies and gentlemen. So if you remember one thing from today's show, don't eat Reese's peanut butter cups while on air.
No.
I would think that the one thing you would remember from today's show is if you see a British lady,
run the other way.
Don't do it at all. Just no.
Yeah. And if you want to know what that's all about, I'm not going to repeat it. Go and listen to the first hour of this show on the podcast. And believe me, it could save your pee-pee.
Yep. Yeah. And it's already up. You have no excuses. Protect yourself.
Yeah. My pee-pee is not up right now.
The podcast.
Oh, the podcast. Yes, that's already in. Yeah. Sorry.
Pee-pee is what?
I was worried about what he was saying there. For one thing, I thought the counter hid me pretty well.
It hides you entirely.
Okay.
So,
what's that?
It's not a compliment that it does.
Who's up? What?
Let me get caught up on the text line. Then we got to talk about the ball. That's right. We have to talk about the ball. Beer Bob says Keon Rose sticking with his team. The bravest or dumbest guy you know, Jeffrey. Good Cat says, Keon, we're excited that were you excited the Washington football team selected RG3 over Andrew Luck? I'm just asking for a friend.
At the time, we didn't select. Wait, first off, Andrew Luck was taken number 1 overall. We didn't select him over Andrew Luck. We just also got him in the same draft.
He just poking. He's just poking you.
And yeah, at the time I was excited. And also, that was a damn good year. That was one of the good years.
Watermelon says, Jeffrey, did you all do a background check on Keon before you hired him? Do you know the old saying, birds of a feather flock together? Kind of makes me wonder why he doesn't want to stop rooting for this bleep show of a team, also known as the Washington football team.
Because I was a child when when I discovered the team, and we lived very close to.
Okay, let me ask you. I need to do some due diligence. I think Watermelon might be right. Keon, are you a filthy racist?
No.
Keon, Have you ever sexually harassed a woman?
No.
Keon,
Mm-hmm.
are you a filthy racist?
No.
See, I did that, Randy. I threw that last one in there.
Threw that, yeah.
Try to trick him there.
Tried to cross him right up. I got
Yeah,
that.
that's the
yeah.
second time I
Good
might
work, Jeff. Go.
might have slipped up if I was lying.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions I need to ask him?
Ask him if he's a racist again.
Keon, are you a racist?
No.
Okay.
Boy, he is cool as the other side of the pillow, isn't he?
Not even flinching.
Wow.
Not even flinching. I don't know how a Washington football team fan can be,
Well,
so you have so much integrity. I just.
the fans aren't racist.
Keon, have you exchanged pictures of cheerleaders with other people in your organization?
No.
Keon,
That's a good question.
Keon, do you watch midget porn?
No. But
See, I think he's lying right there.
Very intrusive.
Everybody watches midget
Very intrusive.
There was
but
a
no.
different no on that one. I had
And
the
it
lie
was-
detector going.
There was a little, squiggle there, isn't there?
I made a mark with the lie detector pen, the official pen of the lie detector.
Keon, is your brother racist?
My brother is in fact not racist.
Okay, all right. I decided that's why I throw that little curveball
Boy,
in there.
he
He's
almost
also-
messed us up there.
He's also not a Washington football team fan, but no, he's not a racist.
Oh, who's his team?
The Ravens, because he likes to be happy.
And he likes people, players, and murder people. All right.
Can't be happy after this past weekend.
No,
Good
but he's despite the fact that he's 9 years younger than me, he's seen his team win a Super Bowl. So
He had a Washington football team like weekend though, didn't he? That was horrible.
I will take that
The
one
Bengals.
weekend though.
The
That was
Bengals.
destruction.
Yeah.
He didn't want to talk about it.
He just looks, he's like, is this what it's like for you, big brother? It hurts so bad.
It's like there. It's only 1 week. You've only had to do this for 1 week.
I feel like there's a hole in my actual soul.
Need I remind you, you've seen a Super Bowl. That is all I have to tell him. And then he goes, oh yeah.
He's yeah, but my quarterback has poopy pants. And by the way, that voice I'm doing of your brother correct?
No.
Oh, my quarterback's got poopy pants. It hurts my soul. Billy from Phoenix says Keon's no answers are not persuasive enough. I think that midget porn answer, that no was a lie.
That question.
You know what it is? He probably had to go. He had to pause a moment and think. Have I seen any? Halfy Lefty says, Keon, do you also make Thai curries or do you primarily focus on Indian food? Wait, that's not a how does that help the investigation? Halfy Lefty.
I do prefer the Indian curries though, if we're choosing.
Wow.
I think that was a softball question to Keon. Are you a racist?
Not a racist.
Okay. But you're a Washington football fan. Do you know I got to ask that question?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Way to cross him up, Jeff. Go.
I think I think that's it. I don't think we need to worry about it. Keon's good people.
Right.
Nice. Random texter says the ball I would have turned around and left the minute Evans. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let's talk about that here in a second. Let me get clear of the text line here. Tiger Paws says, had the peanut butter whiskey they were giving out samples at the bashes, I was actually surprised at how really good it was. Enjoy the man card by she's a woman. I forgot. Tiger Paws, you're okay.
You just got stuck on your
I
own.
did. I was about to give you a man card violation for but no, you're that's a chick whiskey. You're allowed. Enjoy. Yeah. Balls of Fury says, you suck. The Cowboys suck. Go back to Texas. Go Cardinals. I think that might have been directed at the Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't lived in Texas in 15 years, so
don't think that was it.
I'm not welcome.
I've driven through Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I did stand up there, and when I would make jokes about how dumb people were from Texas, they loved it. And I did it. I did a spot on joke about Waxahachie, but it would take too long to explain. Schmitty says, holy crap, Finger in the Ringer. That's a hilarious name. I choked on my own spit laughing at that when I heard it. Where did that name originate? Boy, I don't remember. Yeah, Finger in the Ringer. Help us out there. And, as long as the explanation is worthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck says, you know what? I'll keep Joe Burrow over Wilson. He is good though, isn't he?
He is. I mean, that is an incredible season that he's having. He got off to a little bit of a slow start, but from week 3 on, he's been money.
Bruno Baller has now explained his earlier comments. He says, what I meant is when you play on Thursday, it's 11 days until your next game. So it's almost like a mini bye week.
Yes.
Oh, we thought you were being just dirty. Mr. Pringle says there's nothing better than having the 3-headed monster on the blender.
I'm guessing that now that Randy's back.
Oh, yeah. That was good to have you back, Randy, kind of thing.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
Well, I get why you'd say that Randy and I are 2-headed monster, but Keon's a nice kid. I don't know. Do you feel comfortable being included in as a 3-headed monster?
I'm guessing that's just a compliment there.
I think it's a compliment.
Yeah. I'll take it.
All right. Watermelon, thank you for that. He says, listen, here is all the stuff the guy got for the ball. All right, so let's talk about that. Okay, so Tom Brady threw his 600th touchdown on Sunday, and everybody laughed when Mike Evans gave this kid, oh, here's the ball to some 29-year-old guy standing there. He just goes up and gives it to a random fan, right? And I was like, well, that's a nice thing for Mike Evans to do. And then we all saw his face. He's like, oh, no. It's like Tom Brady wants that ball. Yeah. He's like, but Tom Brady doesn't usually want any ball. And he says, no, but it's his 600th. And Tom Brady was like, yeah, I don't usually want it, but I want that one. And so then now they sent somebody over and they negotiated to get the ball back. And it's funny because it's the best negotiations that have ever happened because they keep giving him more stuff after he already gave up the ball. And they're like, why would they do that? Well, I'll tell you why. Turns out that immediately that ball is worth $500,000 and he did not have to give it back. He could have kept it. He could have sold that and made $500,000 for it. And, but listen, if I was that guy, I would probably give it up, especially when I realized it was a mistake of Mike Evans. I think I'd be a good guy and say that, and then but be happy with all the extra stuff. And guess what? He's getting lots of stuff. And it's funny because he's kind of hitting around and asking for more. Originally, he said, yeah, well, they offer me some stuff. He says, well, I wouldn't mind having a round of golf with Tom Brady. That'd be nice. And Tom Brady's a pretty good golfer there. I don't know if this guy's a good golfer, but it's not too crazy and ask. Well, yeah, here's all the stuff that he got for giving up the ball. Okay. He got 2 signed jerseys and a helmet from Tom Brady. That's worth quite a bit. A signed Mike Evans jersey and his game-worn cleats. Okay, that's going to add up, isn't it? $1,000 credit at the Bucs team store. Go in there and get whatever you want for $1,000, and then 2 season passes for the remainder of the season as well as the next season. Holy crap! That is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I also I can't confirm this.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, go ahead.
Tom Brady. Of course, this was just his way of trying to advertise that Bitcoin thing he's doing. You see the TV ads with him that's selling some sort of online cryptocurrency or whatever it is. He's like, I'm giving him a Bitcoin. Probably because he didn't want to go golfing with him. Like $62,000 is what that Bitcoin is worth. So now he has a $62,000 Bitcoin. Maybe even will finagle a round of golf. 2 signed jerseys and a helmet from Tom Brady. Signed Mike Evans jersey and game cleats. $1,000 credit the Bucs team store and season tickets from here and through the next season. Was there more, Randy, that you heard of?
Well, I was talking about the Bitcoin thing. I understand he gave him some Bitcoin, but I couldn't confirm it. But I'm glad that you had that in front of you.
It is confirmed by Tom Brady himself. And oh, by the way, the kid with cancer you gave a hat to says, "Wow, that's great."
A whole hat. just for me.
Fantastic. No, that's good. That's
Now it's good to know the football is worth more than
now this poor kid, the poor cancer kid sitting there crying has just taken on a whole new meaning. I would imagine that kid will get a Bitcoin too. You would hope. But I guess at the owners meeting, somebody asked Jerry Jones about it, and he's like, "Woo, I'd be hard to trade with. I wouldn't just give that thing up like that. Oh, he should have negotiated. He should have gotten all he could. Oh, here's what I would have done. I explained to everybody. That's like asking me from a baby. My baby. Tom Brady and Mike Evans had a football sex, and they gave birth to this beautiful football baby. The mama, Mike Evans, gave it to me. It's my baby now. Don't you take my baby? Don't you take my baby?" I tear up for them a little bit, and I say, I'm gonna have that ball when I'm like 90 years old. You're gonna take my baby? All right, let's talk business. That's what I do. Yeah, and he'd have held out, says Jerry Jones. So this guy might have blown it. I don't know. Do you think he blew it?
I don't think he blew it. I mean, if your goal was to come out, I guess, financially ahead, then you blew it. But as far as just
wait, this just in, the cancer kid says, I did make the little adjustment on the back, and the hat kind of fits now. Thanks.
Tom's gonna have to go back and revise that one. It doesn't look that gracious and magnanimous anymore. Now that you've given this guy that had your 600th football the entire world.
They threw everything at this guy. The kid's like, this is not even.
So if you get the 600 football, Jeffrey, what do you do?
I probably would have done the exact same thing that guy did. Heat of the moment, you're a fan of the team, and you've got the ball, and they come over and say, "Listen, we'll give you a bunch of stuff. Tom Brady really wants it." I'd be like, "All right," I would roll the dice with it. At that moment, to be honest, would any of us have known this ball is probably worth $500,000? Would you have known it?
No, I don't think that there's any way to know that.
And then I'd feel like a jerk, though. Wouldn't you feel like, I mean, we'd be talking about this guy today going, what a jerk. Just give the guy his ball. It was a mistake. And they're willing to give you, just give it up. But it's $500,000. Well, then there's that.
Yeah. And maybe it's just me, but the $60,000 Bitcoin isn't anything to shake a stick at. It's not 500 million, but it is a lot of money.
So here's the question. Would you cash that out immediately, or sort of roll the dice if that thing becomes more valuable later and then is worth $500,000?
I would probably take like half out and then leave the rest of it to see if it'll go up. That way, at least I have $30,000.
Scratch Me Because says no. Bitcoin is at 60,500 now. So he's already lost he's lost $1,500 on this already. Wow. Yeah, you're right. You should have cashed out right away.
He's got the helmet. That's going to be at least $1,500.
The helmet, the two jerseys, everything signed, the stuff from Mike Evans, all that stuff piled. You put that away for a while. You know, maybe you sell the Mike Evans stuff right away. Who knows? But the Tom Brady stuff, you hold on to that for 10 years, and collectors, that thing is going to skyrocket. I mean,
the thing that bothers me is the guy gave up a football. He did not get a football signed by Tom Brady in return.
Yeah, he did.
You got to think about this monetarily.
No,
he got a helmet. He got a helmet. He got two jerseys, and he got a Mike Evans jersey and a pair of cleats. He didn't get a football.
I think he got a football back. No, they did.
I don't remember seeing the football.
On the spot, they handed him back a football. Now, it was that signed by
sign?
I don't know that one. Yeah. That one, I don't know. That is a good point. But to give you an idea, remember the ball that Tom Brady threw, the first touchdown pass ball? They went for like $428,000. So that gives you an idea of the value of those things. So, I don't know, Randy, what would you have done? Would you have known any better, or would you just been like, there you go?
I mean, I'm not that way. The guy wants it's a 600 football. I'm just not a guy. You know what? Sign a football and give it to me. I'm happy. He gave it to me. Just sign a football and give it to me. I'm not going to work this guy over.
All right, Keon.
Yeah, I'm the same way, especially if that's the guy that's the quarterback of my team. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the football. Career milestones are important. I don't know, how much of stuff that you've kept, but I've had little stuff over the course of me doing radio for the short time I've been in it that Those things are special to me. That they meant a lot. So you've got a 600th touchdown pass. That is something that puts you ahead of many other players who have been able to play this game. You deserve that football back.
How long have you been in radio?
6 years.
Randy, we got to start looking at people's resumes. I thought he'd been in longer.
I'm 31. I mean,
did you read his resume?
No.
Somebody needed to.
Did.
I thought you did.
Well, I thought you did. It's your job.
Is it?
When you thought I was in there longer, when did you think I started?
I don't know. I drink a lot, Keon. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah.
Floppy Bumper says, I wonder how much the last touchdown football Tom Brady throws will be worth someday. Probably not as much as a milestone one. But I guess that one is going to end up being a milestone one too, right?
Yeah, you just don't know which one it is.
Because that one will be the one that has to, that's the record breaker. Because 600 touchdowns, isn't that the most touchdowns by anybody? Or is it just his personal
I believe
record?
that's the record. No, I think that's the record.
So every one of these balls ends up having the potential of being that ball. So I don't know, man. Kaler says, I also had 6 years of radio experience. He used to work here. And then we fired him. He says, I heard Brady offered a lifetime supply of avocado ice cream, but the fan declined it. So
no.
Yeah, that's a no.
I like avocados. I don't think I would decline it.
Avocado ice cream?
I've never had it. Could be great for all we know. Lacrosse guy says, Jeffrey, please give Keon an autographed cocktail napkin. Okay. It won't be worth it basically is devaluing a napkin, but sure. Fed Fan says, you guys should probably know this. Somebody should probably be telling you this. I'm looking at you, Keon. Somebody should probably be telling you this. Braves are up 2-0 over the Astros already. Go Braves. Are you tracking these things?
I am actually. I have it up on
you
the
weren't
TV
going to tell us? You were just, it's good news. I want to be told when there's good news.
I got caught up in the conversation and I didn't see it. I actually hadn't looked over the TV yet.
Fed Fan says she would have never given the ball back, and that's why I will never be wealthy. Oh, she says I would have just given the ball back. Oh, well, he did, but he still got all this stuff. And she said it'd be funny if Evans catches Brady's 700th ball, then gives it to the same fan in the future. Just happens to be sitting in the same spot. The whole thing plays itself out again. And the guy's like, not so fast this time. Now we're going to negotiate. All right, must take break. Come back, do more. Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Simple Green is perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new. SimpleGreen.com.
NHL hockey, the Arizona Coyotes, they are in action this evening in Florida for a matchup against the Panthers, and the Panthers are favored in this contest by 2.5 goals. The Panthers are paying out at -400 on the money line, or if you take the Coyotes and they get the win, they'll pay out at +315 on the money line, over under at 6.5 goals. Week 7 of the NFL season comes to an end tonight with Monday Night Football in Seattle, where the Seahawks are playing host to the Saints. New Orleans favored by 4, over under at 41.5. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and have kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Snake handler, take one.
This is a really terrifying job. Today we're talking with James Hall, a snake wrangler at the Phoenix Zoo. They handle really creepy, venomous creatures. Given the hazards, why do you do it?
I've been fascinated by reptiles since I was a child.
Tell me about your little friend there.
So this is Bear Hug. He's a Burmese python. We have him here at the Phoenix Zoo.
He kind of makes my skin crawl. Is there anything that rattles you?
Yeah, distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, the ABA, and this station.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. Get ready for the traditions. Get ready for the rivalries. It's college football.
He's gone. There he goes through the line. He'll take it to the house 90 yards.
And we've got the games you want to hear. College football lives on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. We got all sorts of stuff happening this weekend. We got Notre Dame taking on North Carolina, but that's on Money Radio 1510. And then, of course, over here on 1580, The Fanatic, we got Grand Canyon University taking on Western New Mexico. That is at 6 p.m. on Sunday Night Football. I'm sorry, Sunday morning. Okay, that's a typo. Sunday morning, it's the Dolphins at the Bills. Then after that, it's the Xfinity 500 at 1 p.m. And then after that, it's Cowboys at Vikings at 4:30 p.m. Monday, our last early show of the season. That's right. The Blender will be on at 2 p.m. Monday Night Football at 4:30 p.m. It's Giants at Chiefs, because when the daylight savings thing happens, we're not going to be on early anymore. Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, it's just every Monday is just me trying to remember not to forget, and it's just more panic inducing than anything.
Well, okay, well, your problems are meaningless compared to Randy and I trying to remember how much to drink and when to drink early. Our liquid lunches.
It throws the whole damn day off.
Right. You have to time these things out correctly. You just have to manage to be on time for work. We've got to time out.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it does seem like a more serious problem. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Our drinking? Yeah, I know. So Gorilla Toe says, I thought this was a family show. Wow, were you ever wrong? Says, why are you guys talking about one-eyed monsters? No, it was a three-headed monster. And
three-headed, yeah.
But if you want to hear about the one-eyed monster, listen to the first hour of the show. Schmitty says, if Tom Brady wanted his ball back, then I would ask for one night with his wife. I could do whatever I want. She can't say no, and Tom has to watch. Okay, nobody is ever going to do anything like that, Tony Romo. No. And there's absolute that is when security takes the ball from you, wrestles you to the ground, and takes you out.
Yeah, I mean, they went about this. The Bucks went about this, and Tom Brady went about this in a very classy way. They could have just come up there. Well, give me that ball. That is a special ball. Here's one for you.
Jagdog wants to know if anybody's checked on Ralph from Harmon Solar. Says the Dodgers sucks. The Rainy City Bitch Pigeons suck. Lakers appear to be at the bottom of the NBA. Hope that dude is doing okay. Maybe we should do a wellness check.
Well, I
on
mean,
him.
the word is he's in Minnesota, but
I think he's back by now, but I'm going to check on him tomorrow. I actually am maybe a little bit worried. Yeah, all of his sports are like, well, it's like being Keon. All of his teams are bad.
Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, Jeffrey, lay off Keon and his team. Last year, they made the playoffs with a handicapped quarterback. You got a handicapped quarterback? Nope, but no playoffs, do you? Handicapped quarterback?
Alex Smith was playing on one leg.
No, man, that guy was awesome. You should still have him. It's a shame he decided to quit. I mean, I'm sure we all are feeling better that he did because we're scared to death for the poor guy every time.
Yeah, and it was kind of a force out thing where Ron Rivera just said, okay, I mean, you're going to have to call this, because he didn't feel comfortable running Alex Smith out there, game after game. That first game, Aaron Donald jumped on his back and everybody gasped. You just can't have that on a weekly basis. The guy's got kids, he's got a wife, he got a beautiful family,
and bazillions of dollars.
Yeah, and you know what? He immediately went to TV. Just do that.
So much to live for. Tiger Paws says, yeah, that last football, oh man, remember that they actually took out the floorboards from Michael Jordan's last shot in Utah and they put that in the NBA Hall of Fame. So think about what they're going to do with Tom Brady's last ball and how much that'll be worth. It's a good point, Tiger Paws. So Bruno Baller says, so Mondays, they're going to be from 3 p.m. to 5:30 after the daylight savings. You are correct, sir. And I'm really bummed out. The only piece of legislation I have ever followed in my adult life was the Sunshine Protection Act, which is just sitting there doing nothing. It was basically to abolish daylight savings nationwide. So everybody just stays in the time zone that they're going to be on, and that's it. So we don't have to keep making these changes and stuff, and everything is make it consistent. And nothing's happened on it yet. I don't know how long those bills stay active before they're not good anymore. Do they expire? I mean,
not really. I mean,
so that could just be sitting there forever.
Yeah, until someone actually, takes the initiative to push it through.
It's got a bunch of co-sponsors.
It seems like a unanimously liked bill. Who doesn't want, this flip-flopping of time?
Somebody's probably put something on there, it says, all right, so this is the Sunshine Protection Act, and everybody gets free bacon, and everybody has to get a tattoo of Kamala Harris on their thigh. And they were like, whoa, I'm not voting for that sort of thing.
So the free bacon, is that the pork barrel spending that's
exactly
attached to this whole thing?
Yeah. I don't mind the free bacon. Kind of have to draw the line to tattoo of Kamala Harris on my thigh.
Yeah, not no, but hell no.
Maybe on my ass. I don't know. Just right. I don't know. The Jet says, welcome back, Randy. Any idea what's going on in Loop 101 by Olive? It's jam-packed, slow traffic over there today.
Loop 101 by Olive.
Randy's just sitting in his home studio right now. How would he know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Into Speed says, I don't know. There's a big blank spot on the screen and says he could have been in the hall forever had he donated to the hall with his name attached. So you're saying the guy with the ball, if he donated that ball himself to the Hall of Fame, then his name would be on it forever in the NFL Hall of Fame. That's interesting. Random Texter says, Jeffrey, I have a solution for you. Remembering when to drink and when not to drink on Monday when the games run early. Just don't stop. Start drinking Sunday before football starts. Don't stop. Mondays suck anyway. They don't suck because that's when we do 4 downs with Keon Rose.
Yeah, that's true.
This is that part of the show that Keon Rose has carved out for himself to basically just ask Randy and I questions. So go ahead, take it away, Keon. 4 downs with Keon Rose.
Let's go. Let's start with the first down, as we always do, because that's the order the downs go in. Why did I say that? First down.
It's complicated.
Wow.
Just the inner monologue of what's going on in here.
Because we're drinking.
A taste of it, and I'm sorry. So here it is. The Cardinals, obviously, they rolled out the red carpet for the Houston Texans, and then
7-0, baby.
Kicked their ass as soon as they walked into the building.
Yeah.
31-5. Is there anything at all that you can find over the course of the 7 games for these Cardinals that you think they can do better.
Protect the damn quarterback. You can't have Kyler Murray getting assaulted and beaten down. And I mean, he's a tough little guy, but he's not. Nobody can take that sort of a pounding. Well, you know, Madonna is elderly now. There's nobody who can take that kind of a pounding and still walk away. Okay. So eventually this is going to hurt. So I say protect the damn quarterback, Randy.
Well, I mean, I agree 110% with that. But here's the thing that I think the Cardinals could improve on, and that's longer offensive drives. Keep the defense off the field. The defense has been keeping you in some of these games, and they've been standing tall when they needed to stand tall. But it's time to pay them back in the second half of the season. As we hit to game number 8 here, you're going to want to get some more offensive drives. Keep the ball longer. Get more possession time. Use that clock up and keep the ball. Keep the other offense off the damn field.
I think that those are both really good answers.
Because mine's right.
Well, they're both right.
Well, mine's more right.
His might be right, but mine's perfect.
Mine's more right.
But I'm gonna go play better defense against the run. Obviously, that's not something you're gonna have to see from Sunday because the Texans can't run the ball. But against teams that do, the Cardinals have struggled a little bit here and there. And I do think that is something for this defense where teams, if they get a lead on them and you're running the football and you get to continue to run the football, that could be something that is an issue down the road.
I feel like I won that one.
You won first down.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
I want you to do this for me. I got first down.
You got first down. There it is. Jeffrey O'Brien.
Did that hurt so much?
First down. Just a little bit. Just a touch. So let's get on to second down here.
Second down.
Because
second down.
I am excited about a lot of these rookie players that are in the league right now. We're now 7 weeks into the season, and you're starting to see which players are separating themselves as elite guys potentially in this league. We talk about the quarterbacks a lot, but I'm going to take the quarterbacks, put them to the side for a second. Which non-quarterback rookie has been the most impressive to you?
You go, Randy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of guys to choose from. Devonta Smith, Elijah Mitchell, Jamar Chase. I think probably Jamar Chase would be the guy for me.
Damn it!
I think he's done. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeffco.
That was mine. But go ahead.
You could take Jalen Waddle if you want.
I don't want Waddle.
Jamar Chase. He's done more for the Cincinnati Bengals to help this team turn things around. He's instant chemistry between him and Joe Burrow. I got to go Jamar Chase.
Well, I was going Jamar Chase, but I guess Waddle.
Yeah, you can go Jalen Waddle.
Whatever.
I mean, Jalen Waddle has been really impressive. It's not nothing. And then Devonta Smith, which Randy mentioned earlier, is a really good option. But I'm going to go Kyle Pitts.
Oh, goddamn it! I forgot Kyle Pitts.
He's really come on.
I want Kyle Pitts. You think of somebody else.
He's on pace for 1,000-yard season, and the Falcons weren't even using him correctly for the first 3 weeks of the season. So he's really been an impressive part of their offense now that they use him like they're supposed to use him, which is a giant wide receiver. And he's been awesome so far. He's very, very fun to watch. All right, let's get to third down because we did have
third down. Impressive.
I am also impressed. He's checking his watch.
Oh, yeah.
He might be able to file his taxes while he's doing this.
Jeffrey can breathe through his eyeballs.
Get a little extra.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I am impressed.
I had more. I didn't want to pass out. What was the question?
Well, we didn't get to the question.
Okay, I'm a little lightheaded.
So we'll let you catch your breath here while we're doing this, because there were a lot of scores over the weekend that were lopsided. There were some very, very bad games being played, but there were some scores that still were surprising to me anyway. What score this weekend surprised you the most?
Bengals 41, Ravens 17. That shocked me. I could see the Bengals beating the Ravens, maybe in a close one, but to see that dismantling, that was the big shock for me of the weekend. Absolutely.
Randy, how about you?
Probably for me, it would be the Giants beating Carolina 25-3. I didn't know that the Giants could score 25 points in a game, and yet they did, and they beat Carolina and handed them their. Is this their fourth or fifth consecutive? This is their fourth consecutive loss, isn't it?
Yeah, they started the season 3-0. Looked like maybe things were looking up for Carolina. I don't think anybody thought they were going to be undefeated.
Well, no,
but they looked good.
Good, yeah,
they did look good.
So the Giants beating Carolina 25-3.
And how about a pretty decent performance from Devontae Booker filling in for Saquon Barkley. So mine is
he's gonna say Patriots.
The Titans just knocking out the Chiefs. I know that the Chiefs haven't looked good, but I didn't expect them to not
really
show up.
You?
Yeah, it did. And I guess the way that the game played out, where the secondary for the Titans hasn't been great this year. Nothing happened for Kansas City. They weren't able to do anything offensively. This might have been their worst game of the season.
I feel like I won that one too, because seriously, you knew the Chiefs was going to be an either or. But
at 27-3, that's not either or. You just got stomped.
Yeah, I think I won that one.
The best thing to do here is just agree with them.
Yeah, that's
because I did.
It is what I'm learning.
Of course you did, Jeff.
You're on the hot seat.
You are on the hot seat because we are. It is
hot seat. Hold on, hot seat, everyone.
On the hot seat. Here is the question. 4th down. Which team, after week 7, ought to be panicking the most?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Damn you, Randy.
I think I won that one.
Well, that's because you just jumped in there.
That was my turn to jump in.
Give me a moment.
Kansas City Chiefs. They're in trouble. We don't know what the problem is. They don't know what the problem is. Their defense sucks. Their offense isn't working. Everybody's onto their trickery and their wizardry. The Kansas City Chiefs have the biggest reason to be panicking.
Panicking, Detroit Lions. There's no win in sight for them. People are going to lose their jobs. Jared Goff looks like, exactly what we thought he was. They have got to be panicking and desperate to try to find a W. We have not found one for them yet, anywhere near, in the next months that they could possibly win. So I'm going to say them.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jeffrey. When you look ahead at the schedule, I mean, there's
still one.
There's the Eagles that are going to probably rough them up. I mean, maybe Pittsburgh is a game that they can win, but after that, it's Cleveland. Chicago, who's really good defensively. The Vikings, there could be a potential 0-17 there going on for the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers, though. They're 2-4. Mm-hmm. A lot of people thought that they were going to be a much better team this year competing for this division. Instead, they're kind of in a tailspin. They've got a head coach who looks at his quarterbacks, and I don't think he likes either of them. And a defense that's quite frankly underachieving. I really think that the Niners are in panic mode there.
Who should be in panic mode is you.
Why should I be?
Because Randy and I we just tied in 4 downs with Keon Rose. You didn't get any of them.
You didn't get any points.
Yeah, sorry. 0 for you, 2 for Randy, 2 for me, and you get nothing.
As it usually is.
Okay, I didn't realize that we were keeping score in 4 downs.
That's we are now.
Yeah, we do.
People are betting on this, There's actually a Vegas line on who's going to win in the 4 downs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what the odds on that are.
Well, you're not allowed to bet. If you run this thing.
Well, I'm not allowed to bet. I just want to know what the line is, just out of curiosity.
I put $10 on me today. I'm just
as long as you bet on yourself, I'm all right with that. We can't you can't bet against yourself because then that's dirty. That's Pete Rose dirty, Randy.
No, I get that.
You gonna wrap up your bit or what?
Well, yeah, we were in the process of doing it, except I was told for you. I was told that I lost a bit that I didn't realize how to score. So
you're a sore loser.
I'm not even a sore loser.
You came up with the rules. I mean, how did you know we're not scoring this?
I never came up with the rules of a score. Come on.
This ain't no participation trophy place, man.
Yeah. Well, no, but
this was 1580 the damn Fanatic, and there's going to be a score.
Well, do our bits have scores generally?
This one does. You have pitted us lifelong friends against each other, so you're damn right there's going to be a score.
Thanks a lot, Keon.
This is an exercise in picking your brain. How on earth is there a score? Listen, it's been 4 downs. Thanks for playing. Apparently, this game
Every
show.
kid on the playground's keeping score.
Oh yeah.
How did you not
Everybody.
expect this?
You think the people out in the cars right there, the people that are in their homes right now, the people at their work right now are not keeping score of four downs with
They're
Keon
keeping
Rose?
score. They're
I
keeping
think they
score.
are. Yeah.
Of course, now he's going to stack the deck against us. Wow, Keon Rose with the sweep on 4 downs. That's amazing. How did he do that?
Wow, the
It's
questions
gonna
are
be calculus,
really obscure this week.
There's going to be a Greek history, that kind of stuff. Wrong year. Oh, damn. All right. Well, that's it for 4 downs. The Keon Rose will be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends who've used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Are you a planner? Bruce Jacobs here asking, do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
NASCAR Championship weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog lane.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to phoenixraceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Sports. We love it and you love it. Quite frankly, I don't trust anyone who doesn't love it.
Do you?
Is that a serious question?
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Your exclusive home for primetime NFL games and Super Bowl 56.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona sports betting station, and we don't have a whole lot of time, and I got a crap ton of text messages. Let's just get caught up on that, and then we'll get to on this day in Big Georgia sports history. Everybody started singing, "I'm just a bill," you know, like remember the Schoolhouse Rock, you know, the I'm just a bill guy teaches all the kids about how the government works, and it's all corrupt, and the you know, oil companies and big pharma run everything. Oh, good times. But thank you for that, Hefty Lefty, and Scratch Me, because he's like, he sang the whole thing here to me, but I'm not going to do that.
I don't know if you saw the SNL one about the executive order where he just happens and he just kicks the bill down the stairs of Congress. That was actually
No,
one
I
of the
haven't
funny,
seen it.
one of the funnier bits. Yeah.
How
It's,
long ago was that?
About before Trump.
You're
so a while
too
ago.
young to even know what Schoolhouse Rock is. But
they're classic. They're
oh,
timeless.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, let's see. Hefty Lefty. Somebody, hold on here. It says programming question. If the race on Sunday goes long due to different sources of delay, would the NFL take over before the race finishes, or does the race finish no matter what? No, we're going to the NFL. It's not a wait.
Just so you know where our priorities are.
Yeah, we're not going to hesitate. Click. Yeah, okay, done. Sorry, sorry, Randy. That's just that's the way it is.
Do we move the race to the
No,
Fanatic 2?
No, Fanatic 2. That's right.
What
Tune
about
in
1580 the Fanatic U?
Yeah, tune in to Fanatic 2 or 1580 El Fanatico for our Spanish speaking listeners.
Oh, don't put it on there though. There'll be a classical football game on. You can't don't interrupt that, man.
Go. Yeah. Well, whatever the case, yes, the NFL game will start no matter what. Sorry. Berg says, I'm 7-0. That's all. Yes, Berg. We all
Thanks,
knew.
Berg.
It's like it's you crowing about being 7-0 after you beat me. It's like the Cardinals bragging about being 7-0 after beating the Houston Texans. Everybody knew you were going to win. I'm just glad that I put up some sort of a fight. I was in the Bye-Mageddon. Almost my entire team was in a bye week. I got 2 running backs, Kareem Hunt and the dude from the Bears. I always forget Montgomery's name. On
Biff
IR.
Hamilton. Biff Hamilton.
So yeah, Berg, golf clap, but talk to me when you do something really impressive. Win the whole damn thing, Berg. Then let's talk. Hitting the Nut says, "Ooh, okay, ooh, gross. I never want to hear you talk about Madonna." I'm just gonna leave it there. I just kind of felt like a Kardashian would have been a little bit too easy in that. Well, yeah, goes without saying, doesn't it? Random Texter says, as far as getting the Save the Sun daylight savings bill to pass, all you got to do is put a $4 trillion price tag on it. It'll pass overnight. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we should have done. Fed fan says, you know what? This will be a good night if the following happens. Golden State and the Braves win. Lakers lose to the Spurs. Actually, I'd like a gigantic sinkhole to swallow up both the Lakers and the Spurs. They never get heard from again. I'll be happy.
Okay.
Well, that turned dark pretty quick, didn't it? She wants the La Brea. Everybody.
She wants La Brea to happen in San Antonio and Los Angeles.
By the way, that's such a bad show. Oh my God. My wife we keep hoping it's going to get good and it just doesn't. And I don't know how many more episodes she's going to make me watch, because that's what it's turned into. Not, well, how many episodes will we watch? It's how many is she going to make me watch?
Is she one of those people that a show is bad, but she'll just write it out because she can't help but know what happens next?
We're both that way if we get too deep in. We have watched some really bad shows all the way through the end. Just you get invested. Now you're like, okay, this is bad acting, but let's see where it goes. And there's been a couple times where you're like, that's it? Oh, you should have known better than that. Bat Flipper says Keon lost in his own game, but my Niners are in trouble.
It's not a game, though. And also, yeah, your Niners are in trouble. That's a fact.
Papa Mike,
3-0 Bravos now in the second inning.
Papa Mike says, Randy, you're on fire. Took second down, took fourth down. You lose, Jeffrey. No, I don't. We tied. If you're paying attention.
Thanks, Papa Mike.
We tied. Okay. Straight Striper says, come up with a better scoring system, Keon. 2-2. Nobody likes a tie.
Well, there's only 4 downs. Would you like there to be a 5th down that does not exist in football? You can't have a bonus down.
It's happened. It's happened. What was that college game? Or the 5th down? Straight Striper says, real question to all of you and the Berg. How much do you think Tom Brady's personal Super Bowl cooler that I gave to the Berg would be worth? I don't do social media, so I'm reaching out to him through you guys. I hope you still have that thing, Berg. You deserve it.
Tom Brady's personal Super Bowl cooler?
Somehow Straight Striper got his hands on Tom Brady's cooler I guess he had a cooler with his drinks or whatever in it that he had at the Super Bowl, and somehow Straight Stripper has it, and then he gifted it to the Berg. It's verified actual his cooler, and I know that the Berg, when those things happen, he turns around and he tries to auction them off for his charity, the Berg and the Burb, to fight brain cancer. And I don't know. I wouldn't have any kind of an idea how much a cooler would be worth. You guys?
No, I'm none whatsoever. I mean,
Tom
especially
Brady's cooler.
But if you can verify it, I know that there's a whole community of people dedicated to verifying this sort of thing. If you can verify it, then maybe it is worth a lot. I don't know.
The Jet wants to know if Ralph from Harmon Solar is a woman. So I just heard that they're woman owned. No, it's family owned, woman owned. But Ralph isn't the owner. Ralph is just a upper guy in the organization. I actually don't know his job title.
I think he's president.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that works. Anyway, he says, by the way, I've been on the show longer than Keon has. Do I get my own segment as well? It's not the way it works, man. It's not the way it works. Scratch Me Because says Sunday's Halloween. Nothing scarier than the Bears offensive line, except for okay. Thought he was going to make a joke about it being my birthday.
Yeah. It is your birthday.
I've heard all the jokes. I don't need to hear any more jokes about it.
It is your birthday.
Yes, it will be.
31st is your birthday.
You are correct. Thank you.
And that is no joke. And I'm working on your gift right as we speak.
Oh, you don't have to give nothing. I'm happy, man.
Listen, I know you're happy. However, we need to make sure that you have a nice, happy birthday gift.
I'm a very content man. There's nothing I need except for maybe somebody to suggest a good muffler shop so I can get some exhaust work done on my my supercar. Mr. Pink Eye says, "How about 5 rounds instead of 4 downs?" Well, then that's not the point of Keon's bid.
Yeah, it's a
football themed.
So is this gone after football season?
I was thinking about
it. Then it becomes 5 rounds.
Maybe it would go 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Because apparently basketball games, it's not periods.
Yeah.
It's quarters.
Well, unless it's the WNBA. I couldn't help it.
Wow. Get you a whistle.
Thank you, Randy.
I couldn't help it.
And the thing is, like, you could just see the veins in his neck popping, like, he tries to hold it in.
Did you see how fast he went there? It was like a clap of thunder and lightning. That's how fast he was with that response. Wow.
Now's a good time for On This Date in Big George's sports history, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the year 1929, Yale University coach Mal Stevens inserted a 5'6", 144-pound quarterback, Albie Booth, while losing to Army 13-0 at the Yale Bowl in Connecticut. He became an overnight sensation by scoring every point in a 21-13 upset by running for 2 touchdowns, making a 65-yard punt return for another, and he kicked all 3 extra points.
Wow.
That's impressive.
5'6".
Here we go.
No, that is an inspiration.
I know what he's doing.
I'm not doing anything.
I've been around my friend for many years. I know he's going to wait until the absolute last second and he's going to drop his joke in.
I know
exactly what he's doing.
There's no joke. This is just setting.
Keon, watch how he does this.
Almost 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Precedent.
Yep.
For someone not as tall as the other guys,
right,
to be a superstar in football.
Yep. He's waiting for the end of the song. I'm telling you. Here it comes.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of